we begin with another episode of Rescue at Raxis. Last time, the party made sure to explore the sewers, or at least whatever this offshoot is. It's connected to the sewers, but it doesn't seem to be somewhere that should have a lot of traffic built for it, though. They dealt with a fair number of ghouls, a creature that was able to bring them back. They handled an orcish assassin. Then they met their match with a teapot. A really big teapot attached to a full, massive a constructed knight in plate armor with a boat attached, but still a teapot that beat them. We also found clues and hints on various possible things, although I won't be specific because then they might be able to put two and two together and make one hell of a ruckus. But for now, they chopped through an ice wall, broke through the secret entrance, opened a door that wasn't locked, although it took them some time, and then came face to face with it can only be described as an abomination. It's towering, it's filling up the entire hallway. It is huge. There's a blood trail, there's streaks of scales and skin along the surface of the ceiling from where it's been scraping itself along. Its whole back is this twitching, strange webbed mass, glowing white. And you can see now that there are things dripping from it, but then quickly solidify into ice before twinkling onto the ground. All in all, it's horrific. Anyway, roll initiatives, dumbass.
We opened the door that opens, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had to break down this door. Perfectly fine.
So wait a minute, how big is this creature compared to the door?
It's about the size of the door.
It's big, but you imagine it could force itself through, just like it could probably eat you.
How about the small part up here around the entrance?
Well, don't forget, big creatures can also go prone and can also squeeze themselves through.
Okay.
Although, Malgern, as you look around the walls quickly, they are riddled with small fissures and a lot of ice. This place may be ready to crumble under good, intense force. So, it might be able to Kool-Aid Man its way through.
Okay.
Collapse the cave.
No, not for a collapse. But the walls you're standing at, not that sturdy.
How the fuck did it get in here in the beginning?
I mean, that's a pretty easy question. Well, now. Top of round, Malgern. You just shoved and yanked the door open.
Okay. I think we might have a problem.
No shit, Sherlock.
I'm gonna do what I do best because there's no time. There's no. It could be coming right at us.
That's a hit.
You could close the door.
And we'll see what happens.
As your small magical hammer flings through the air and rebounds off it, you can see that there is what you thought was skin just seems to get sort of cracked and split apart on the impact, and you can see beneath strangely vibrant scales, like of a strange sort of purplish hue, but they seem to be sifting to a couple of other colors.
Oh, okay.
Some you recognize, some you don't.
Has anyone seen anything like this before?
Nope.
Looking around to the other two people.
Zarzul probably, but not in a real sense.
No, not really.
Okay. So we're out of ideas, huh?
Yeah.
We tried nothing and we're all out of ideas, man.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna keep my distance because I can still the doorway's a choke point. And I'm gonna try again. See if anything,
Yeah.
It might be insanity, but we're gonna do it again.
Another solid, strong
damage.
hit.
Yeah.
Once more, the strange sort of festering skin seems to break away to reveal more reptilian kind of carapace. Movement bonus?
No, I'm gonna stay right here at the choke point. And wait.
All right.
I don't want to go out and give it room to hit me.
However, before Wolfgang's turn, I need a dex save from Cornelius, Malgern, and Castalia,
God.
as the ice around you seems to reverberate and shake, and a few large chunks are falling from the ceiling.
Fuck.
I knew that was
Cornelius, you make the save.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
low
why
roll
don't
this time, but Malgern and Castalia take 2 cold damage.
Ow.
Yeah, I can't help you. I'm all the way at the
Yeah,
top.
I can't help but notice that you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now it's Wolfgang's
I'm
turn.
aware that I'm missing 2 of my companions.
Rain is just sitting there, kind of in a sun chair. Just
And I'm
sitting
also
there.
wondering
Oh,
where the
man.
dog is, because the dog is a better fighter than most of you.
Dog is going to move up and make a noise like to say, "What the hell is going on down there?" Because nobody's said anything at this point.
Bark with a question mark. Gotcha.
Bark?
No, it's wait.
Oh, wait, do we have something
No,
for this?
okay. No, we don't.
No, comprehend
Alright,
language
give
does
me
not
short
let you
rest.
understand. It's not interested in
Yeah, so
animal calls.
comprehend language doesn't let you understand the dog.
We need an item that lets us talk to Wolfgang.
We
You have one,
Yeah, we do.
but you've only used it on Pufflesworth.
Oh, yeah, we only ever use it on Pufflesworth. Like,
Oh, and
fuck.
Displacer Beast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did talk to the Displacer Beast.
Zarzul.
Zazzle's going to yell out, "What's going on?"
Ice monster.
We think. Not sure.
Pretty sure it's icy.
Help, please.
Anyway, that's your turn over. No, what are you doing, Zarzul?
That would be cruel, but also hilarious.
Zazzle's going to move to there and look down the hall. Can he see it?
Sort of. It's got a bit of cover by Malgern and Castalia being in the way.
Come on, I'm short.
Yeah, but so he's shorter.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like I'm only like 4.5 feet tall, man.
He's about what? You're 2.5.
Actually, I forget how tall Malgern is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's on the sheet somewhere.
So what are you doing, Zarzul?
Yeah, I'm 4'4".
Zazzle, seeing what's ahead, is going to try and put an arrow in it. What sort of, I'm assuming it's going to...
That's a hit. Another arrow of rocks smashes against it.
What is it?
It's not something
I
that
was
you
hoping-
know.
I was hoping you could tell us.
Okay.
Remember
I'm
he
going to try and work out what it is.
Mix of undead, fungi, and probably a bit of reptile. There's some shimmery scales in there.
It's not at all undead. It's living, but not properly.
It's
Well,
undead.
yeah, but saying it's wearing skin like a people suit is kind of horrifying.
Good. This should be unpleasant, yes. Zarzul, you got no fucking clue.
This is... Okay, everything's in normal mode.
This is not something that should be walking around.
It's undead in the same way that Frankenstein's monster is undead.
Everyone knows Frankenstein was the monster. Anything else, Zarzul? You got a bonus? You got a bit more movement, maybe?
I've got bonus, which I've got nothing I can really do with. Yeah.
Okay.
I get dodgy.
No, you don't. That's an action.
Damn it.
Nice
Castalia.
try.
Well, I'm going to hex it for strength saves or strength checks.
Yep. Checks.
And double Eldritch Blast and recommend we run away. Yeah, definitely
Both hit.
recommending running.
Both hit.
Oh, they said hold it.
36 altogether.
Yeah?
Do it. Believe in you.
You'll be very pleased to
Wait.
know, all of you, because you're children, is you've done 69 damage to it so far.
Nice.
Giggity giggity.
And it's not dead.
Not even close.
And I stand my ground.
Why didn't you fall back?
Because
She's-
I'm also one of the more AC heavy people.
She says, while wearing the thin, translucent silks, thin gold chain, and you wafting bits of water.
Yeah.
With flowers in her horns. Next to the clanking dwarf. Anyway,
She's just wearing MMORPG armor.
That's right, I am wearing. That's right, I am damp. That's a good point.
is it?
Yes.
Now you're extra cold.
Well, actually, as we've said before, because of what you've done with a whip, you're no longer coated. It's more like a sort of sash around arm and chest. A little bit on the leg. It's more decorative now. It's like you've got a stream running around you. You
It's
still eat
still
foot.
water, and that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so apparently things are going down, and Rain's figured that out. So 1,
Took you long enough.
3, 4.
So, just out of curiosity, Corvus, how much is it a cone of cold can do again?
Yeah, it's a good question, isn't it?
And then I'm going to... Let's see, do I have to... For some strange reason, I don't think Ray of Frost will help here.
No.
You don't.
It might.
I think I have my last flaming chicken. Nope.
Castalia, you have to quickly dodge your head as just Lesser Phoenix just smashes apart on the wall beside you.
Mm.
That was a good damage roll, too.
So 5, 6.
Pick
And-
up sticks.
And now we come to the monstrosity. Yeah,
Rain-
Cornelius
Rain
Malgern.
already had his turn.
No, it hasn't.
No, I said Rain already had her turn.
Did she? Oh, right. Cornelius Malgern. I'm gonna need
Yeah.
strength saves.
Oh. Okay, much better than the deck save. The wizard, not so strong.
Unfortunately, neither passes.
What?
As this thing, huge, hulking, lowers down and just charges through the wall, through you two.
What
Yeah.
the fuck? What did I need to save against that? Jesus.
Quite a lot, actually. You both take 19 damage and are knocked prone.
Oh! Alright, excuse me while I do math. Okay, yeah.
Hey, friend. How's it going?
It then swings wild. Let's see. Let's go for Castalia first.
Gross. Like,
Actually misses bad, but it also smashes a great groove in. You can see that it should have claws in the hands, and most of the fingers do, but then there's also things coming out of the palm. There's things coming out of the back of the hand and the forearm. More digits, more claws. And then, let's see here. Just, sizing things up a little bit here.
yeah.
Couldn't imagine why.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Cornelius Malgern, Zarzul. Dex saves as most of a room fills up with a freezing breath.
Well, good night, everyone.
I can just picture Corvus look right now. He's enjoying this a little too much.
Not quite. I want you guys to win. But, you know, you stood in front of it.
Good night, sweet prince.
So you take half damage, Zarzul.
Wait, how much damage do we take at it? 27?
27.
Oh, yeah. In that case, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me just... yeah.
So remember, there's that new folder just in case. It also screams out. It is a strange, mangled mess of human and bestial kind of roar. But since everyone passed before, and even Castalia did, you're all fine. None of you are shaken. Malgern.
Yeah, let me just...
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Wolfgang.
Oh, right. This is the low HP crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, you took 46 damage. How are you down?
Well, he was already slow.
Before the 19 before that, and you know.
Well, I mean,
I was
didn't
already-
you spend healing dice to heal up?
All of
during
them.
Short rest?
Yeah, I did.
It's just...
I spent half my healing. Half
I know,
my dice,
like-
yes.
This is why I have issues when I want to throw a big monster at you guys. Because you
Your
get...
cleric has
It's
the
that thing of like
highest-
you're
second
playing with a
highest
younger
HP.
kid and then you hit him too hard and he's going to run and tell his mom.
Yeah, this campaign sucks.
I gave you a light
Yeah, I'm
tap.
prepared.
Why are you crippled? Anyway, back to the dog.
Back to that.
The dog is rather concerned and going to hide around the corner.
Yeah, the dog is smart.
Zarzul.
Not so smart, but he's going to use his channel divinity spell
There we go.
ability, as it were.
Yeah, he hasn't used it yet.
Okay, you each get
A real
5 hit
healer.
points.
Yeah.
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 His channel
Cornelius and Thea have 5 each.
Thank you.
5 hit points. Okay.
You're on the ground. You get a
And
closer look at
outright.
this thing's underside, and oh god, it should be walking on 4 legs. Although, as you can see, 3 of the limbs haven't grown through yet, because there's 3 extra coming out of the left leg, and the right leg just seems to be a very thick collection of muscle that just grew out the side of the pelvis.
Okay. I have a feeling I'm about to start an Operation Runaway. I'm not too sure how
well-
far we can get, but yeah.
I think Cornelius and Malgern know how far they can get.
Yeah, hopefully the door will slow it down. But maybe not.
You said confidently.
Well, Zarzul?
I'm contemplating actually using run action.
Wasn't your channel divinity in action?
Ah, that's true.
Yep. You got your bonus left. You've also
About
got one
you?
of the highest ACs in the group.
Yeah, which isn't saying much. Hopefully, not splattered on the ground in a second.
Ah, it misses. It did take the swing for you, though.
Yep, which means its reaction's gone. Hopefully.
Sure. Castalia,
Mm-hmm.
you've just got a little bit of masonry dust along all of your side there, which is better than what happened to Cornelius and Malgern, as you just saw them bodily smacked against the wall by this creature.
Mm-hmm.
Technically through 2 walls, because it was currently covered in one when it hit them.
At least make it pick.
Yeah.
And here we go. Let's see, let me quickly look over that again. Okay.
Only one hit there. But it's a good, strong strike. Let's see.
And he takes 5 damage from Maddening Hex.
Okay, so
Actually, let me check the type of damage that is.
psychic.
Yeah, yes, thank you. And that'll be it.
All of that work done it. See if you notice as you drag it across, Sudden Lash left a great streak along its back, and you can see more of these sort of. At first, you see patterns of scales revealed, but then you also see patches where it never formed, and you can. And then there's patches where the scales were formed, but have been subsumed by this strange sort of just roiling mass in it. And as you strike it, the great lump on its back, you can see it twitches and strike, and you can sort of see the webbing and the joints of wings, but they're completely fused together at the back. And just underneath it, through a membrane, you can see a huge beating heart. Not at all human-shaped.
Aim for the heart.
Well, there's no called strikes, it's just a description of how fucked up this creature is. Rain! Not at all a related segue, that.
Oh, hell. Why am I going to do this? I should be effing off.
Cornelius and Malgurner left fair crushed. I should go.
Yeah, it's time.
It's getting late and...
Bad time for me to be hitting the little dusty trail.
I mean, you're
portal.
acquaintances, you're not really friends. It's just, it's a responsibility thing, and I'm not comfortable with that just yet.
I can tell by that exasperated sigh we're hitting too close to home. She's like, shit, I
Holy
figured it
shit.
out.
As you unleash a spray of poison, it does in fact take hold.
Holy
And
shit!
Malgurn dies of poison.
No, I didn't let you. And it's too far away for Castalia for it to hit Castalia. I'm a smart cookie.
Jury's
Sometimes.
still out on that one.
And then.
Yeah, Pufflesworth is also running away here. He's fine with that.
Okay, good.
You were in total agreement for the first time in your life.
Well, first of all,
Uh-oh, he's typing stuff. That's the equivalent of the DM playing with his dice.
it stomps away from the two prone figures.
Oh.
Because I'm no longer a threat. I
Wait.
understand.
Yeah, you can take your hit if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Ooh,
Please do.
it rolled real good.
Yeah, well, so did I.
Holy shit!
Oh. So many numbers to work out here. 22, 20, 36. As you strike it across the back, it looks a little injured. However, it has also managed to, thanks to the good rolls, smash its way through the doorway and
I
push
don't like
itself
this.
through. It's got
No,
one more
Go
move,
away. Go away.
but an 18 misses. As it tries to lean down on you with its malformed maw, you can see it splitting off in 4 different directions, like the jaw is multiple hinged and just sort of clamping around, but you manage to dodge away. Cornelius,
Freak bloody murder.
you're on the ground. Everything hurts. You thought unconsciousness would give you freedom from that? No, you felt it all.
Ow. Well, I'm gonna try and stand up,
Dex.
and then I'm gonna launch, a level 3 scorching ray at this creature. So, I think that means I get an extra scorching ray.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
As you gesture, as you make motions, you aim carefully and you blast again, so you can see that the scales glow when the two beams strike it. And where you're expecting scorch marks and burns, it's just rippling skin that eventually sloughs off to reveal more scale.
Ugh.
You don't think that did anything, actually. You got 15 foot of movement, you got your bonus, what are you doing?
I'm gonna limp in the opposite direction.
Just find a nice little frozen cell to sit down in. Close the door, hope the key's in it. Malgern.
Let's see. Oh, everybody seems to be running from this thing.
Considering there's a dwarf-sized imprint on the wall behind you, you'd think maybe we've got a reason for that. But you don't remember how that happened.
Yeah. Well, I have to get up, so that uses... Is it half movement?
Yep.
Okay.
In your case, that leaves you with...
35 divided in half.
and then you round
15.
down. Still basically leaves you with 15.
Yeah. So let me get rid of that mark. And... and I'm gonna ready the tosser. If it comes around the corner again, I'm gonna toss it.
Fucking!
No, I'm actually gonna get very dodgy in case it drops off.
Fucking pansy.
I'm hurt!
I think the shoe's on the other foot now. Heal, bitches. Speaking of... Yeah. You don't. Those two hurt. You're fine.
Yeah.
However, Rain, Zarzul, Wolfgang, and Pupplesworth are all going to need to do deck saves. As this thing unleashes a horrific, ear-piercing scream, and the ice shards around you start to shiver, start to crack up, and then fucking blow.
Oof.
And then one from Wolfgang.
And one from Jenny and the Whale.
Yep. Fittingly, both Rain and her miscreant fail. So they take 6 cold damage. Zarzul and Wolfgang are fine. Wolfgang.
Okay, Wolfgang's going into advance because he sees no other method. We've got to kill it, otherwise we're all dead.
Yeah, it's going to take a very long time in the campaign if you want to train him to use a slingshot.
That sounds amazing. Though.
I mean, it could be possible to train a dog or a wolf in the use of a sling. Because it's a lot of a lot of head swinging. That's a good solid
Let's
hit.
try and let him learn to use a sword, but you wouldn't let me do that.
Yeah, because we're not having
Like
Sif here.
Alucard.
He doesn't have the angling for that.
I could be like Alucard. Alucard uses a longsword.
We could, cast Enlarge on him, and then he can be Seth.
Yeah, just use a knife.
Man,
It's
why have we
simpler.
never done that? We always enlarge the dwarf. Like, can we enlarge the owlbear?
To make him a normal-sized owlbear, but with baby proportions.
I feel like we're missing opportunities here.
Huge head, gigantic paws. It's a good solid hit, Wolfgang. Although, he's quickly spitting out whatever he got in his mouth, because, man, this is fucking rank.
Yeah, poor puppy.
Zarzul.
It's arrow time. And seeing fire didn't seem to work, I'm not going to bother with that. It's more rock arrow time.
I like the image with the three of them, in the hall with the shattered wall beside him and the hanging door, but Malgern just reaches out and closes the door. It's busted up and it's sitting out like a 45-degree angle, but he still just squeakily closes it.
14 enough?
14 does not hit, but the 11 on the bow does.
I'm assuming Wolfgang couldn't pull this prone.
No. Wolfgang can't even really keep a hold of it. When he tries to... Whatever he bites, if it's solid enough, he can't get his teeth into. And anything that's not solid enough just comes away rotting. Castalia. You stand with the front line in the rear guard.
We will advance quickly to the rear.
The frailest and the toughest man in the group has just crawled back, begging you to save them.
To be fair, you're the only two in the group who could be called a man. Zorzul is just a
I'll
monster.
also point out that you've successfully trapped yourself now. You have no escape.
They don't need it. It's looking at you.
Yeah, but when I fall, where is it gonna go?
After Zorzul.
Probably out and away, as it was locked in here, and it's free now. Okay, now... I'll take it. I'll take the risk. Being here and striking out. So now it can charge into me and knock me into the wall if need be.
That's a hit.
You brave
As is that.
person.
Zazul was going to move back around the corner as well.
I'm sure he was, but
line of sight.
that's not your turn.
Oh.
It was my turn.
5-second damage.
Fine. Let's see, so that's 30... Yeah, 32.
5 psychic and
And then
now
plus
plus
5, yeah. It's still standing, but... I mean, it looked rough to begin with, but it is starting to show some proper wear and tear. Any movement?
No, I need to stay there.
Okay. Rain.
Gives it a choice.
I might as well roll this now, just in case. You never know. Okay.
Give it your all. Put it back in the ground. Or knock it out and we'll just throw it back in the cell and forget about it.
Yes, go non-lethal, please. Interrogate it.
I really don't think I want to interrogate it.
Who are you working for?
Yeah,
Break his
pretty much.
kneecaps.
He's got 7 of them. This will take time.
I'm working for number 2.
Once again, he
Holy
fails.
shit!
Yeah, it's working.
That's actually really good poison spray damage too.
Mm.
Yeah, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting that.
Yep. Meanwhile,
And then I'm going to come around over here.
Dang it, Pufflesworth.
Rip.
he's trying.
He is.
Is that it for you?
I kind of wish he had. Wait. Wait. Is Pufflesworth provoking an attack of opportunity?
Why would you say that?
Why would you do that?
You know, the thing is, on one of his attacks, no, but on another attack, yes. That's a hit.
Oh no.
Pufflesworth is mangled, as luckily the mouth can't close correctly, so there's still room for him to fall out, but man, one bite, and he's very hurt. As he's just dropped down wet and soggy in the ground.
He hurts. And he has to learn. He can't be a cocky little shit, and this is a good way for him to learn it.
No, this is a good way to get our last healing spell used.
Exactly.
Anyway. So, yeah. That roll wasn't for the breath, that was for something else. He did get the breath back.
Yeah, I know.
So, let's take a look here. Yeah. Just need to make sure. Rain, Pufflesworth, and Wolfgang. Dex save, bitches. Half damage on a pass. Full damage on a fail.
Again.
Hang on. How can you hit the Wolfgang?
It is spreading a bit. It's kind of just point of origin sort of thing. It's kind of awkward if you pulled out in a template. Like, it's basically a right angle.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, like, you know, it's 15-foot radius, and that's sort of it. See, like this?
Yeah, it's an equilateral triangle.
Yeah. So it can be like this, but it can also be the triangle.
Nope.
It's just how it's angled. So,
So you go.
doo-ba-doo, dum. Not dead, just out cold. Haha.
Very cold.
But it's also not done,
Yep.
No.
as it's going to swing out first at Wolfgang. And misses. And then at Rain.
Fuck.
For 12 slashing, as it just backhands you and its mangled mass of claws strike against you. You up, or are you down?
No.
Yeah, it's actually going to move one more here.
Does that provoke an attack?
If
of
she
opportunity
wants.
from Castalia?
I've already done that.
Oh,
Wait.
that was previous.
No,
one,
that's
huh?
before
Oh,
your
yes.
turn. Yeah.
Okay, so then yeah, I definitely will take it.
As it just marches out. Again, sort of scraping its own body against the roof. It's getting low, but it's not done. It's not out and cold yet. Cornelius.
Yeah.
Well, you can see that the pulsing in its back is getting a lot dimmer and more erratic.
So, when you said that the fire did nothing,
Yeah, it looked like the
Was it
fire was
just-
just absorbed by the scales.
why do I have so much fucking fire magic?
Because Cornelius has issues that the party have not delved into yet, because they don't fucking communicate.
Cornelius, did you burn down your vineyard?
He'll deny
Cornelius, why are there so many full ashtrays and so few servants in the house? They displeased me. Turns out that he's actually going to be the first man to invent Sambuca. All the flaming cocktails will be Cornelius' sense invention in this world.
Of course, the ironical thing is that I also do have other than fire, but that's frost.
Yeah.
You
Okay, hang on,
don't
hang
like have lightning?
I do, but that's kind of like a big spherical
Oh
thing.
yeah, it's your storm sphere.
Yeah, but don't forget, you are a sculptor of the spells. Problem is, it has to be people you see, I think.
Yeah.
And there is a max number, if I recall.
Yeah, but he's fine there. He's got big brains.
Actually,
No
hang on.
wands or anything?
He gave that to Droop, actually.
Wait.
Yeah, I gave him one of magic missiles to Drew, so he could defend himself.
Yep.
Are there ice on the walls?
There's still a lot of ice in the walls, yeah.
Is there ice on this wall and this wall?
Yeah.
Are they reflective?
They're ice. Like, they're pretty rough and jagged, and he's just pushed his way through. No, they're not that reflective.
Okay, I was gonna say he could then, use those to save it.
Like,
Can I blade run my way to figure out where
Yeah.
the other people are?
wild ice does not tend to form a mirror-like sheen.
This is also magic ice.
It is
so
magic
you'll have
ice,
to
but it's
decide
also
some-
magic ice from that fucked up thing.
Okay, but if I stand here, can I see rest of the people?
Except for maybe Pufflesworth.
Nah, he's a sodden lump that you can see behind Rain's skirt. Zarzul might be out of sight.
That's fine.
Sort of, yeah. What's your play, Wizard
Yeah,
Man?
fuck it, just dump the stone sphere on this creature. Get it dead.
Boy. So that's a 20-foot radius, so
Yeah. Push it on to the corner.
So, is there any initial damage?
Yeah, that's the 2d6 of
Gets a strength save on that, though, doesn't it?
yeah.
Okay,
It has a
2d6.
disadvantage.
No, that's against checks, not saves.
Oh yes, yes.
Told you don't pick up
And
very bad
then-
habits.
And then there's the lightning sphere attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bonus action, which I get advantage on because it's inside the sphere.
As Cornelius
And I
limps
have-
and hobbles and shifts his way across the walls before unleashing a roiling storm.
Yeah, never mind. And I'm just gonna hobble back again.
In his grandest gesture, and it utterly fails. But there is now a roiling storm sphere in place there. It's difficult terrain. It has damaging effects if you remain in it, although not for people he has sculpted around who can just walk through with the storm raging around them. Although it's more like sort of just a noisy sort of spear. And Cornelius hobbles back into the darkness and the cold. Trying to look dignified, but, you know, now and again his foot scuffs on the ice and he has to steady himself against the wall. Malgern. You presume from how Cornelius came back that the job wasn't quite finished yet.
Yeah, I think I might need to go help. But I am unsure how to do that.
Also,
Couple
what,
things.
did Cornelius wrap the... Because let's see, how many can you wrap it around? 5 people? Like, how many can you sculpt around? I think it's your intelligence mod.
Hang on.
I mean, it could be a badass moment, though, Malgern, if you just charge in there while a storm's raging.
I'm gonna wait for an answer first.
Yeah, you have a tosser.
It's still moving.
You've got your second wind.
You can choose a number of 1 plus the spell's level,
Okay.
so it is 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
Eh,
Trying to wonder now
I'm
what...
gonna regret this.
It's okay, it's sculpted around you. He had
I'm
enough.
still gonna regret this.
You said it, and that's why it happened. Be confident. That's a
There
hit.
you go.
Alright, I got 1 hit. So
It's still up.
I know it's still up. This is terrible. Everything's terrible. And it's too big for me to... Wait, I can do 1 size bigger, right? For the... Let me see.
Yeah, 1 size bigger in this case.
1 size bigger? Okay. I'm angry.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shove at it with all my might, try to get it on the floor, and then we can beat it, like heroes.
Yeah. And now it's a disadvantage.
Yes.
And you push it to the floor.
Yay!
As you just wallop against it, you feel stuff behind your shield start to break and crackle, and it tumbles down with its leg bent horribly uncomfortably. Although then it starts to move it and twitch it around as if it's normal. It's like a reverse joint like Zarzul's legs.
Ugh.
Good one, Malgern. That's one to tell around the tavern. You knocked a giant to the ground.
Hooray.
As opposed to the story you could tell previously where a giant put him in the ground.
Nobody remembers that, right?
You don't?
No.
There was a lot of heavy blows to the head. Anything else, Malgern?
No, I think I'm done.
You don't feel like, maybe a little surge of power or anything? You don't feel a call to
No,
action?
you're probably right. Yeah. Thank you for the. Fuck, I gotta remember how it works.
It's just a full action, man. You get to do 2 more attacks now.
Well, no. Something else first.
Cat, no.
Something
Stop it.
far more important.
I don't think you can do second wind.
I can't?
No, you used your bonus to shove.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you're risking it all here on 5 health.
Fuck, yeah, you're right.
He's prone. You got advantage.
You got advantage. You might even crit.
Oh, I got advantage. Okay.
Be confident. Be the
let me roll
dwarf.
that. So no crit there, and then So we'll roll damage for that one. As I try to slash into it, like a hero.
Come on, throw it in. All the way. Next attack with advantage.
Ugh, close.
Malgern Toravir, finally you have finished a task. How would you like to finish it? Do you have flair?
Well, you see that big purple thing on its back?
Yes.
I'm just gonna sever it in half right along that.
Yeah, you drive Talon in,
Just-
which you probably don't even remember where you got that sword in the first place. You just call it Longsword +1. You start to leap and spring up the thing, although you're making sure to land as heavily as you can on its body. As you clamber over onto the shoulder, you dig the sword in and start to push down through this horrible gelatinous mass. Just clear fluid and icicles start to piss out as you just pull along, and then you see its heart lump out and just jump down with your full weight on it,
Yeah.
bursting
fuck,
the
that thing's
organ.
hurt. Yeah.
The creature is dead. Whatever the fuck it was. But just for fun, though, roll me a strength save, Malgern.
Okay.
I don't think that beats your DC, does it, Cornelius? For Storm Sphere.
14 is... Oh. Nope, it does not. Mine is 16.
But he's fine. The storm is sculpted around him. But you could have brought him out.
No, you're making me
Roll your damage. Let's find out here.
I walk over and clasp Malgern on the shoulder. You did great.
Oh, I almost outguarded you.
Yeah, in his greatest moment, he could have been Malgerned.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit.
The devil is at your shoulder, Malgern.
But I wasn't Melgurned. It's okay. I just have the smug ass look on my face. I don't know if you can see through the beard, but he is smug as fuck right now.
There's just sheets of ice and there's bits of
Yeah.
stone all throughout his beard. One ear
don't
looks like
care.
it's just pouring blood out of it and a bruised eye.
I
also
sheathe
use-
my longsword. I just cross my arms across my chest. I'm just looking at this thing like, yeah, you son of a bitch.
I use Spare the Dying on Pufflesworth.
There we go. And yeah, Castalia has put her hand on your shoulder and praising you. Which is a novelty.
This is new, yes. But I accept this praise. Because I am a hero.
Although I wouldn't go that far.
Don't forget to tell my dad.
Already, Malgern, a fey mood takes you and you start to carve out in the wall your victory against this creature. Then also you carve out a couple of turkeys because you like their long necks.
Do you,
So,
need a,
How about a long rest?
Yeah!
do you need a healer's kit for
Here
Puffles?
now.
No, he'll heal naturally.
He's stabilized.
Let him heal
I
naturally.
use Spare the Dying.
Yeah, he's stable. Let him heal naturally.
He looks so cute when he's sleeping and not an asshole.
Like all cats.
Speaking of cats, how's the cat?
Cat's fine. Didn't wake up.
Okay. Doesn't give a shit.
Doesn't
It's a
care.
cat.
Yeah.
You're just glad
Well,
that you managed to shift your weight a little bit to the side, or else, man, the cat would have been between you and the monster.
Ugh, yeah. Kind of just shift the sling, be like, no, you go over here right now. Thank you.
So, combat is over.
Yes, yes it is.
I like the fact everyone has a red dot. Except somehow Castalia. She managed to avoid every blow.
Yep, I only took one ice falling on me.
So just looking at everybody going, I don't know why you crybabies are all sulking. Wasn't so bad.
It was terrible with a capital T.
We're alive and it ain't.
Rarely.
Just the disembodied voice of my father rings in my head.
Well, victory's not enough. You're still a fucking failure.
Because I forgot it would give me the option now that that's my sheet. I may have to find a use for that for now.
More flaws.
Yeah, that's just what I need, let me tell you.
So in
Is
this
it-
room, is it still dangerous with icicles in here?
Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't go to sleep here. Or at least take a break here.
It's
I don't-
really fucking cold. It would not be a comfortable rest.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes,
go into
webgun.
the hall.
Yeah, let's just step past this thing.
Did Webgun have a question?
Yeah, I was going to ask whether there was anything of any interest down here. Obvious.
Well, let me just check your dark vision length. You're able to see that there are, well, 3 cells. 2 of them have doors closed. The others, you can imagine what was inside it because the whole frame has been smashed apart. The place
admit it,
is
yeah.
caked in ice. It's actually a little hard to walk on it for other people. You just manage to click your claws in. You're fine.
Okay. Might be worth coming back and having a look. I have a feeling I know what's gone on, and I don't like it.
That's a very brave statement from Zarzul.
I think we're under the old castle, aren't we? Possibly? Would that
It's-
match up?
It's very hard to tell. You're definitely further out. You know, you're miles away from the town.
But this would be about where the old castle was, wasn't it?
Well,
That
it's the
match
current
up with
castle.
Yeah.
You can
I
also
don't know what
hear.
the nobles in this town were doing, but it wasn't good.
Raid and Zarzul, however, you do hear in the distance, that away, splashing, grunting, shouting.
It's the fucking orcs.
Or maybe it's just the other one that Puffsworth knocked out.
Depends. I hold up my hand to my ear. Do I hear if there's a whipper away?
What?
Do-do-do-do. Boom,
Yeah.
do-dum. Do-do-do-dum.
That's not a reference I'm familiar with.
Rankin Bass version of Lord of the Rings.
Ah.
But the Lord of the last day, nay, nay, nay.
Anyway. The two eagle eyes over high passives, multiple voices.
It's the orcs, plural.
And you think, I mean, there's a lot of sounds, and then also this cacophonous fucking storm that suddenly happened in these tunnels.
Yeah, it's probably dispel. I think it's out of the roll already. It's like
Yeah,
once
you
a minute.
don't even have to wave a hand; it's just gone the moment you look at it. It sounds distant, although the echoes also attenuate stuff. It's hard to tell.
Maybe we can get them to challenge the teapot for us.
Does anyone know how to scroll on the wall in Orcish? Free treasure this way.
Yes.
Yes. Me.
Can you can you still do that?
I have to cast it again. Oh. Do we still have the notes we used to write to the first door?
Yeah.
Well,
Then yes.
Didn't the ink disappear after like
Oh no,
2
that's
minutes?
right. I was using prestidigitation now. That would have been gone after an hour. Yeah.
Why don't we
no.
try drawing it on the wall?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just write in Orcish.
What?
The good loot is over here.
Well, no, see, I can't write in Orcish. I need to see some Orcish to understand it.
Ah, that's right. You could guess.
Wait,
Dang it, where is Siegfried when we need him?
He couldn't
Maybe
speak
you
Orc
can-
either. That was a very big issue for him at one point.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Maybe you can draw some treasure with an arrow pointing. They might
Ah,
be
yes.
dumb enough to follow that.
Again, Cornelius whips out his little lexicon of hobo signs. Yes, this means slab-friendly household. They'll allow your packs here.
See, now I'm imagining it's just Zarzul with some chalk in his hand, just drawing happy orc pictures and a bag of money and a big arrow.
This is how kobolds survive, yes.
I was gonna say, that might actually work.
Or, yep, let's do that. Okay,
It's
I
worth a
get
shot.
scrolling.
Okay, you're going to scroll on that wall, treasure chest, arrow, happy orcs.
I'll treasure it that way. I'm not necessarily happy orcs.
Okay,
but,
treasure that way.
yeah.
well, make the
Happy orc seems a little over the top, possibly.
Yeah, because that kind of implies that whoever it is aiming it at the orcs. And one of them might be smart enough
Yes.
to realize that that's not accurate.
Yes, that would make it
And I'm gonna
suspicious.
and I'm also going to put write treasure in common across the top. Maybe one of the pack will understand common.
Okay, now, next part of your deception here has a slight issue.
Yep. Which is why
Sure, but, still out in the open.
probably just.
You
hide
watch as the
here.
kobold splashes off to the fire-scorched tunnels.
Yeah. Zarzul, come in here. So is one of the open cells down here?
Yeah, there's a smashed open cell. It's the middle one.
Gurn, are you gonna wait up there or?
Oh,
Can you ping which one's open?
The middle one, so this one.
Yeah, then I'm going to go hide in the open one.
You step foot and, oh god. You see you see larger versions of this creature, but hollowed out, pasted against the walls, stretched against it. You see lumps of rotten sort of just biomatter that is long composed into this gelatinous mush just oozing around. You see great sheets of horridly misshapen scales that just aren't lined up at all in any way, shape, or form. They're not uniform in any way. Some are jagged, some spiked, some just ooze out to the sides. Some look as if they're actually dripping.
Ew.
Well, ain't that special?
So, it's a nasty looking room. So what would you expect if you ever checked in Malgern's room? And there is just a loud, horrible squelch every time you put your feet down. Povelsworth does not come in the room.
Well, in that case, I'd pick him up.
Yeah, he's fine with being picked up and carried in. He does not set foot in this spot. On the bright side, despite how rotten it all looks, not a lot of smell because it's so fucking cold your noses have gone numb.
Zarzul's going to try and erase any tracks we've left going this way. It's probably not going to work. What sort of roll would that be?
That'd be survival. You think you did a quick job? You're feeling a bit rushed? Mainly you got rid of Malgern's footprints, which were just covered in the oozings and drippings of that creature.
yeah.
And
I won't
you
do
tried
that.
to sort of...
Something.
You caught yourself for a moment trying to wet down the footprints Castalia makes, but then they're also made of water, so you just made them sort of like blobby looking.
They'll freeze. It'll be fine. It'll just be extra ice.
Cornelius just sitting looking in a corner, I guess.
I would close the doors coming this way, but the doors are gone.
Oh no, the door's there, the wall isn't. It's a big difference there. Nope, you can also see a bit further in this area. You can see that the hallway extends further south.
We go further south, guys, or do we hide in the room?
I mean, if you listen to the description of the room,
Yeah, it's way too cold.
Yeah.
it's more than the
going
cold.
south.
As Rain looks up
Yeah,
and sees
it's
there's
not
so
about-
much of the creature that's just hanging there. You know, like kind of if you've overheated rubber, or you've got a very thick custard, just the way it's hanging down, ready to drop at any point in thick sheets. This thing basically pasted itself in its own cell. And you can
Yeah.
see that there's a stairway going downwards.
Hmm.
Do we really want to do that right now?
Do you want to stay in the room of gore?
As long as the orcs don't come in here, I'm just worried that if we go further down, we're gonna be slightly knackered because I'm not doing so hot. None of us are doing so hot.
If they find us in that small room, we're all dead or captured anyway, so we may as well go a bit further.
Just doing a little bit of important hiding. Further and further party descend. The stairs and a door. Solid looking.
Is it the door's in good condition?
It looks pretty good. It looks like the first door you guys came across with the symbols of the cards on it. I hope someone was taking notes. The silence is very encouraging.
The only symbols I remember were like the puzzles.
I'm going to assume that's what he referred to.
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
The
he
one
was
on the
not
door
one.
that opened.
Probably on the ones that were of the door that led here. Like the ones
Yeah.
on the outside of the door here.
I'm gonna try and open the door.
As you wrap your fingers around it, twisted the handle and push, it sort of rocks a little bit in the frame.
Can I try pulling?
It rocks a little bit in the frame.
Okay. We have a puzzle door again with symbol. Does anyone remember the last door? I can't.
So, it's just the same symbols on it, or are they blank?
Same symbols. There is...
Remember,
Yeah, if you scroll up, it's actually still in... Oh, it might
yeah,
still
one
be
of
in
them was
there.
the symbol of the knight's houses. One of the handkerchief. Remember you mentioned.
Yeah. Crown, helmet, or... Hang on, where's my fucking notepad that has it? I've been going through about 6 of them trying to find the one bit that has it. Nope, that's... Maybe it's in character bits. Usually put weird stuff in there. Yeah. Crown, lance, maiden, horse.
Crown, lance, maiden, horse. Oi silver.
Old silver.
Old silver.
Why old silver?
Like old burr. But what? Crown lance. Major chief. Old silver. Alright.
I mean, that's still an amazing name. I'm glad people recognize it as such. The small owlbear. Olber.
Yeah.
Oh.
He won a prize. This little shit hasn't. Pufflesworth is worthless.
He's adorable.
Is he?
Not at the
when,
moment.
when he's asleep, yes. When he's awake, no.
Just because he's a little shit doesn't mean he's not cute.
The excuse of all fucking cat owners.
Yeah, pretty much.
I cannot deny. My cat is indeed a little shit, but he's adorable.
So, you're faced with a door that's not opening.
Are they in the same?
Yeah, we're in that arrangement I just typed.
Yeah, but is that the same as the other door?
Yeah. We'll say yes. Just because I don't want to reload the old chat.
Yeah, but it also means that the clue is not in there.
Well, that could just likely be the name of the area.
What?
Like the name of the area, you know, like a nameplate. Like, oh, this is the jail. That's the symbol for jail.
You've offended all these people, that's why you're locked up.
No, it's.
No, I get what
you
you're saying.
have-
That's yeah. There's a nicer jail where they don't have a horse symbol.
My one question, does this door have a lock on it?
Does have a large keyhole, yeah. It's got a little one of those little shutter panels to keep it covered, but you know, cursory glance, yeah, that's what that is.
So we might want to try to find a key, maybe?
Maybe.
How large is the keyhole?
You'd say it's probably actually the key's probably about the size of your finger. Pretty long, pretty gnarled, ugly looking, monstrous.
Okay.
No, you know, it's like
No,
a big,
try to-
it's like a proper heavy sort of key, sort of thing.
Yeah, it might be pickable then.
If
Think
you
the
had
keys
someone
are more
who
likely
was
to
skilled
be
in such a thing, yes.
Yeah. Wolfgang, you're up.
Well, we could try to open some of these cells. Maybe one of them used to be the jailer's office. Maybe there's a key in there.
Jailers generally don't lock themselves in cells.
They also don't usually
There's
have
two
those
others.
things.
There could be secured doors. Like, maybe.
True.
Does this look like it was a jail area or more of some form of storage area, and that thing just was stored there until
Well,
got
that's
out?
probably where they built these things.
It doesn't look like it was repurposed, although, you know, they're big, heavy, strong iron doors, although mostly wrecked by ice and rusted.
Haven't been used recently then.
There's also
But then
just
again, there was also the chains and such on the other side of where some of these things were brought in. So this is being used as a storage area.
I'm gonna try this door here. See if that opens.
you pull it, it feels solidly jammed in. You know, you're looking at the sides, you're seeing chunks of ice that are sort of coming out from the side in the door jamb. Might take a bit of force to get this one open.
Okay. Do I hear orcs?
You do. You also hear splashing of feet. You hear grumbling and growling. You hear a few punches being thrown.
Okay, so quietly bashing open the door probably isn't enough.
Quietly bashing, yes.
Just put a lot of pillows against it.
I can try to do a little prestidigitation to try and heat up some of the ice on the door.
I
Rid of
don't
some
think
of
it's
the
one
ice,
of the
that might work.
effects.
It can heat up a surface.
I know you can heat a meal.
No, if he heats the ice, I can shape water in after it becomes water. But then it probably wouldn't matter; it'd just be melted anyway.
You can heat the wording of prestidigitation. Because I do believe it says that you can like heat up a surface.
Doom, 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 doom,
Now,
doom.
the door up the
doom.
stairs is locked, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
Zarzul
you can-
pushed it and
you
pulled
can-
it. Didn't move. Well, it moved a bit.
Does it have a keyhole?
Yeah.
You chill, warm, or flavor. I don't know why it says you can flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour.
Well, because sometimes you don't just want standard water; you want flavored water.
Or if you've got a shitty person cooking for you, the wizard doesn't have to put up with that shit.
Yeah, you can get
That
like
sounds like a
strawberry
very
bread.
Cornelius thing.
Every
Yeah.
lousy meal can be nice.
Hmm.
And they can also
Yeah, 1
cheat.
cubic foot of non-living material. A door is not a living material.
Well,
Okay.
no, I was thinking we could pour water into the keyhole, and then I can shape water it into ice and break the lock.
Mmm.
Oh, that could work.
I mean, I'm assuming one of us still have a water skin.
Yes, I'm just waiting to see if DM approves of that.
That's a nice idea. Trying to think of what sort of, if there'd be a roll involved or just let it go. Sets a nasty precedent.
Oh, I have a water skin.
I think it would depend on the type of lock. Like a small lock, it probably wouldn't work that well.
Silence rules, lawyers. Looking for their own benefit.
They have no ulterior motives whatsoever.
I'll allow it, but it's got a low chance of working. Just because ice doesn't break metal.
Oh, you're so wrong there.
Yeah.
Not when it's a skinny ass key.
Have you seen what ice does to metal pipes and taps?
Over time, yes.
Oh, they crack them. They shatter them.
Yeah, because they cover them, they fill them, they change the composition of it, but we're talking about a key in for, a few seconds. I am well aware of what happens when your pipes freeze.
Here we're breaking it.
Mm-hmm. I'll make it an Arcana roll.
All right. I mostly do this because our rogue is gone. Hey!
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, as you form up the key, it takes the shape, you feel that you've really fucked up what's in there.
Okay, just gotta try and push the door to see if it actually worked.
It shudders a little bit. There's a little bit of movement.
Hmm.
To the same degree that when Zarzul was pulling it and pushing it before.
Okay, I push it a little more.
It's fighting back, sort of. You push it and it just feels like it's stuck.
Okay, I try pulling.
You get the impression maybe it's just jammed. Maybe it's stuck in the frame that's a bit misshapen. and it wasn't actually locked in the first place. Although with you, Castalia, it is moving further than it did with Cornelius and Zarzul. It's taking effort.
I didn't try opening it.
Was it not you who tried it? Okay, just Zarzul.
No,
then.
no,
Conker,
I
you got the
didn't
most
do it.
muscle out of us. How about you give it a pull?
You have one less muscle than him.
But he has one less muscle. He has one more muscle than me.
This is true. And she already gave me that pat on the shoulder, so I'm feeling great.
For Malgern, that's third base. He's almost at a home run there.
Yeah.
Gurn's just looking at Castalia now, going, "Can I call you mom?"
No, I just look at her.
First.
Yeah. I just look at her, give her a little. You got it, toots.
Oh no!
And then wonders why a red thing suddenly whipped across his face. With 27,
Searing pain. Yeah.
you get the feeling, maybe not tackle it. But you really start to push. You push all your weight against it, and you feel it start to give out from under you. But it's not doing this silently, and there is a slow grinding of metal on stone. It's quiet at first, and it's up to you if you want to keep on going.
I look around at the rest of the party for reactions.
Can we still hear the orcs in the distance?
Give me a perception check. You can. It's really hard to pinpoint where they are because you're basically doing guesswork on what's getting reverberated around. Possibly still distant. Possibly not.
I'm gonna keep going. I think it's fine.
Just about to say to Gurn, he just keeps.
Anyone remember Men in Black? The first film.
Yeah, I do. Oh,
Yeah.
the chair. Yeah, when he moves the table.
Yeah. That's what you're dealing with right now.
Yeah, I was thinking. I thought of when I linked it, the Galaxy Quest scene where he's taking the ship out. They're all just sitting there in the cockpit.
Pretty much. If any of you have fillings, you're starting to feel them vibrate now in your mouth.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine.
And then,
I mean, they're
Malgern,
gonna-
give me a deck save.
They're gonna reach us one way or another. Like,
Yep.
I need to open this thing.
Well, I'm going to point out, if we had enough time, Cornelius could, make the hut.
But we don't have enough time. There's no time.
I mean,
Continue
it's
to
one
open the
action,
door.
actually.
There's no time.
Hey, Cornelius could do that.
It's
No,
coming
no.
right at us.
I have it as a ritual.
Oh, you only have it as a
Yeah,
ritual?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Malgern, you tumble through the door. There is this horrible shearing of metal sound, and then bang! As a fucking metal door smacks the wall of stone it's attached to.
Okay.
And you skid to a halt in what used to be, as you quickly sort of guided up, an S&M dungeon. Because you're seeing a whole lot of change. You're seeing a lot of restraints. You're seeing very sharp and various clawed implements. Wait, maybe actually this was a torture room or some sort of prisoner extraction thing.
I'm also noticing that there are no exits.
There is a door behind you.
Oh, there is a door. Okay. Oh,
No, not that one. There is another door. There are two doors on the same
okay.
wall.
I thought. Yeah. Okay.
In
I
fact, the
was
door
like,
you came
shit.
through, you're watching it now as the party walk past it, slowly teetering one corner of the next like someone who's
Yeah.
just shoved a ladder around, and it's just turning slowly and then starting to tilt
I'm
and
gonna
fall.
catch it.
Give me a
I'm
strength
not
save,
gonna let this
Sarzul.
Oh no!
Okay, Zazzle Pancake coming.
I believe in you.
No,
Don't.
there's a little bit of a pain in your knees, but you manage to stop it, and you try not to skid back.
You just walk away like it's fine.
I assist Zarzul.
It's easy enough with more than one person helping you out.
You know,
Because you're able to just set it down on the side.
Does it look like we could get it back in the hole and pretend it was never open?
There's a bit of a chunk of masonry missing. As you look at, Maybe you could push it in place. Yeah.
As soon as my
Okay,
head
push it
stops,
in place and
I see him
can we
doing
cast
this, and I
mending?
look at
Oh,
it,
let's get-
Zarzul, flex tape can't fix that.
maybe magic can. Mending?
Does anyone have
Or is that
mending?
actually a spell slot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
you're
you have
able to
mending?
you're able to fix the shear spots in the hinges.
Sweet.
Okay.
It probably won't take another big bash like that, and once you put it in place, you give it a little pull and a little push. You think, oh, for fuck's sake,
But maybe they won't notice.
this is not coming immediately away from the door frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main idea is that they don't immediately open it.
Once I gain my faculties, I'm gonna go check out this door here. What was?
And yeah, this place is festooned as a lovely den of torture.
All right,
Maybe.
so I take one of the whips and put it in my pack. Could be
You can
coming
if you
handy
want,
later.
yeah.
No.
Although it's not really a whip,
But it
it's
would
more
be
of a
funny.
flail. It's a stick with a lot of a spiked bar on the end.
Ah, yeah. But no,
But you're also noticing, well, Cornelius will pick up on this more, and the rest of you. Malgern's just focused on the tools. Oh. Buzzing.
What?
Does that
From
happen
someone?
to anybody else?
Yeah, it's Cornelius.
I'm hearing it.
It's okay, it's solved now.
Okay.
I was about to say, I heard it too, so I mean, that wasn't
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hearing what?
I'm sorry, the mothership is calling. I must go now.
I think it was Scotch's mic. It has had that issue before once or twice.
What?
I
Or
was
sound
gonna say it
drivers.
might be my cat.
Oh, was it
Cat's
you?
near the microphone wires.
Yes, I heard. I
Ah,
heard
there
it
we go.
was
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Point is gone.
You guys start to notice that along with all these lovely tools, and some of them actually look like they could make, more sort of delicate surgery as well. Like, definitely Rain, maybe Cornelius would recognize some of his stuff from the live dissections. But also there are places where fire has touched this place, in very specific places, notably on top of a desk that has quite a lot missing in the center, there's piles of ashes. Anywhere where you think there'd be something to write on seems suspiciously to have been ablaze at one point.
Okay. Can we go back for a minute? Like, I know Cornelius doesn't talk about himself much, but dissections?
Yeah.
Well, he's a
Yes,
student.
tool dissections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a
Frogs.
I'm not
Frogs,
even gonna
goblins, other
why-
lesser creatures.
I'm not even gonna ask why that would be part of your education, but okay.
Because
Trent?
figuring out how things work is important.
Wizards, no knowing what's right or wrong.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fucking wizards.
But it's also-
Sometimes, to obtain power and knowledge, one must step beyond the bounds of mortal constraints. They look upon those as monsters, but we see them as visionaries.
It's also easier to turn someone to a frog if you know what a frog is.
Are you sure you're not Prenders?
Well, it's not like he's shown any visible recognition. I'm just saying, you two especially would be able to relate on this.
So somebody didn't want whatever was here to have records.
Quick, Hans. You must burn the records before we leave.
Yeah, suspiciously.
Oh, by the
Another
way,
fire mage, perhaps.
Malgern, whenever you bashed through the door and landed, it did knock your figure, so it yelled out, Dark Rose, Popper's Song, Crow's Nest, King's Courtesy, The Drop of Dawn. Malgern needs a rampant cock in him.
I'm going to assume that when Cornelius got bashed up against the wall, it just went, well, it's time to move on.
No, that's just what happens when his one's jostled. Just lists out drinks he's had. So then. You've got your pretend door in the way.
Is there anything else of interest in this room? Like, is there any...
I'm going to go actually dig through the desk.
Maybe there should be some sort of
Yeah.
roll made, Cornelius, perhaps.
Some sort of effort
I mean,
expended.
I don't
Some
see
sort
anything
of
interest. I just
some
see
sort
it
of speaking of what
crazy.
I'm going to do.
I'm going to go rifle through the desk drawers.
Yeah, that was basically what I was insinuating.
Well, you should have said.
All right, so who's gonna get there first?
Well, then the dwarf and the half-elf started speaking.
I'm going to stand guard by the door.
I'm gonna pet Wolfgang.
Well, that's going to be an investigation roll. Advantage if Cornelius is helping. Or Rain's helping. Your way at 10. You're finding a lot of... You're finding a lot of drawers that have been scraped clean. You're finding a few very charred writing implements, although oddly not involved in the fire. They just look like they've been burned at some point previously, but still been used. You do find a half-dried ink pot. You find 2 coins of a realm, both copper.
Hey, Zazzle's going to be helpful and just pull the drawers out and look behind them.
There's a clatter of wood on stone as he just rips them away.
Hey, come on, I'm more intelligent than that.
Yes, you, the player, are. Zarzul, however, is a fuck-up from this roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
You managed to find 2 empty vials that looked like they had something blue dried in them. And also, for one of the sort of tougher drawers, it looked like it had a lock at one point, but that's been bashed and pried. It's a picture of a girl with... Looks about sort of 4 or 5-ish. It's hard to tell at that point, and plus it's an artistic representation. Brown hair to maybe blonde. It's pretty faded in colorings. And most of the rest of the picture has just been wrecked by moisture damage and a bit of fire.
But let's keep a hold of that. I don't know why, but that might be important later.
Are you
Careful
writing
about-
down the details of that picture?
I have the clickety clackety. If somebody else could please do that.
You have what? Oh,
The clickety clackety keyboard.
Yes, remember we're playing D&D. Clickety-clacky is usually our favorite math rocks.
All the more. All the more.
Hang on.
Malgar and the door you're standing beside looks much the same, although no lock on it.
Alright. I'm gonna give it a push to see if there's resistance. See if it's gonna be as noisy as the other one.
There's a lot of resistance. It doesn't fucking move when you push it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to pull it.
As you pull it, you do hear a scrape of metal on stone, but smaller, just a sort of gentle grinding. And you notice, you sort of turn around and look at the door jam, you can see it had a locking bar on it that's just sticking a little bit out, but not quite in the hole.
Okay.
So you're able to push that, and then it just swings open.
Yep.
Looks like a hell of a sturdy bar, though. And there were 2 more, but one of them's actually been just missing. You can see the frame and the supports where it would be, but the bar itself
It's
not
just
there.
gone. Yeah.
And the room, it sort of feels like what happens whenever you guys have been to a place and then look back. It looks like it's been thoroughly ransacked. There's evidence of a slightly sort of, actually kind of nice cot. Like for a full-size person, it's quite nice sort of wood finish to it. Although the sheets and all have been ripped asunder.
Alright.
There was a chest of drawers, but even a cursory glance just says that's been fucking gutted. Mainly, most of the drawers are gone.
Pretty sure everything's gone, but we're gonna try this, and yeah, it's not gonna go great.
Well, there was more thing to describe before you jumped on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna go ahead.
In this
Go
corner
back.
here, there are 2 small, colorful boxes. They look about sort of the size of a pony keg with a crank on the side, and then a bar between them connected.
Okay. Hmm.
as the door slowly closes on its own, locking in place 1 bar, then 2. Well, do you start winding it?
No. I'm trying to think. Do I want Castalia or Cornelius to come in here? That's my decision here. It's clearly going to be Castalia. I kind of yell out to Castalia, you want to come in here for a minute? I think I found something.
Sure thing. All right.
And I show her the boxes and the bar and explain to her I think it's, I don't want to twist, I don't want to turn the crank, but, since she is also, a smith inclined,
So would that be
What do you think this-
investigation?
Yeah, if you want to give it a good look over. You've seen these kind of contraptions in the fancier houses. They don't really make it to sort of the peasants or even the lower middle class. Looks a bit like a jack-in-a-box. Usually quite expensive gnome tinkerings are and inventions like that there. You crank the handle, it plays a tune, and then eventually something comes out.
That's what I'm afraid of.
As he holds on to her as he looks at the toys.
Well, turn around, look at it a bit.
I don't like
Is it
clowns.
very fancy?
Actually, it's kind of understated, but in a way that seems intentional. Like, the materials it's made of are very expensive looking, but it's not over-designed. It just seems very big, bold colors.
Is there any writing on it?
No.
Well, it's like a jack-in-the-box. You turn the crank and something comes out.
And that was Malgern's first lesson of what happens between boys and girls who like each other very much. His dad took one look at him when he hit puberty and thought, I'd never need to tell him this, it'll never come up.
No touchy of the beard. No touchy.
But I don't know what would come out.
Yeah, that was my concern. I mean, it's probably harmless, but I mean...
Well, that's what we said about the
Yeah.
box with the snake.
Look, there's poison.
Yeah, that's probably an overreaction
Rocks
to guess
fall.
that is what Melker is thinking right now. The room that filled with poison after the door shut. Meanwhile, actually, I'm gonna go back and check the door. Is it closing? No,
That's
it seems
fine.
like there's a kobold and a wolf in it. It's fine.
Yep.
Turn the crank just slowly now, all the way it goes. Oh, deck save, look at that now. Fireball on your toes.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock.
I'm
Anyway, get on
overly
with
paranoid. I will not turn the crank.
it.
It's probably a harmless children's toy, but I'm not prepared to take that chance.
Well,
You-
what else is in the
You
room?
can just see the beard hair bristling as he's just sort of raising the shoulders up, and he's not going near it. I'm not touching it.
Wait, are we talking about a situation that happened here? Are we talking about a Full Metal Alchemist situation here?
No, never saw the show.
Hold on. Why
So that
did you
rules that
say
out.
It's magical.
Is that why you don't have a brother anymore, Cornelius? You tried to bring back your mother?
No, I'm referring to something that happens much later. Just
Yeah,
a little girl and a dog.
Oh no!
I can use detect magic and see if it's magic.
They are
It's
magical.
probably not. Oh, they're magical. Okay.
It doesn't. You can't really pick out a school. There's definitely a magical effect upon them, but it's not really clear. There's also something magical underneath the cot, as you start to see it glow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It is a small figure, much like the ones you got in the chests. But this one is blank. It's just a little wooden mannequin.
Well,
I like the party all being in this conga line as she's at the front just thinking. Hand
Well-
on chin, just And the rest of them are just waiting expectantly for someone else to do something.
Well, I reach under the bed and pull out the blank puppet doll.
Mm-hmm.
Then I look at the Jack in the Box, and I turn and hold them both up and saying, "This is giving me a feeling of like the chest from before."
Yeah.
I know you've all lost a lot of blood, but there seems to be a lack of enthusiasm here.
I don't know. I hit my
No,
head pretty hard on the way down here.
I'm just trying to think about things here because I feel like that creature back in there, that used to be a little girl. Is that why there's a drawing of a little girl in the drawer?
It's
Is
not
that
a
why
draw-
there are
well-
toys?
It's not a sketch, it is a proper portrait. An expensive one.
Yeah.
Just ruined.
That would be bad.
Likely not. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm just more concerned that I might be holding a bomb of some kind.
I mean, if you handed it over here, I could do a ritual identify on it while we wait for the orcs to eventually bash through and kill us all.
Alright, that sounds like a good idea. I also hold up the blank doll and compare it to my own doll.
Eh, it looks a little larger. A little bit. But it seems to be the same sort of construction, just, without the tail. Or the devilish good
detailed
looks
are the
you
dolls?
assume you have.
How detailed are the dolls?
Your one, very detailed and accurate, a little bit. There's a few bits that have been sort of... like your hands aren't that big.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got a lot of details on. If you had any, no scars or anything out there. It just seems very surface detail. But accurate.
Alright. Is it wearing the same outfit I'm wearing?
Yeah. But it doesn't have the watery effects.
Alright, so these were made...
Which means that your one jingles more than the others.
And does the blank one have anything on it? Or is
Nope.
it just 100% blank? Like
100%
no
blank.
writing?
It's just
Huh?
it's just like an art figure blank.
Okay. So we can guess whoever worked here also made these dolls and also knows who we are.
I doubt they know who we are. I wager this might be some sort of a magical thing, though, because otherwise, I just saying.
She can say with authority, she's part wizard. No,
I'm
no.
gonna have
At
to suggest
this
It's
point,
perfectly fine. It's
I-
just the way it was said in this D&D setting, as you're all festooned with magic items and with several wizards in the party.
at
I think this
point,
could be
I
magical.
suggest,
Yeah.
Rain, hold out your own doll and see what it says.
Oh, okay. I do so.
Renders did nothing wrong.
Oh, no. I always felt inadequate for a while, but then I started to work at my own heart. Ben Prender showed me how he showed me the truth, and I know one day I'll have to follow that path. His work was sloppy, it was meaningless, but mine will excel. I will defeat death. I will be the...
I then make a motion with my hands as if, I think they kind of know us if they have that kind of...
No, I'm wagering this has to be some sort of a magical enchantment that's based off of something. I don't know how that works.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with that.
I very much doubt they know any of us. Otherwise, yeah, that would not work.
Well, if they had these dolls, then they certainly know about us now.
I'm going to assume that while we don't have the time to honestly dissect the room in which we got these puppets, I would assume that there's some mechanisms that were put into place in the room to whoever was in the room at the time.
I agree on this. I think that's what's transpiring here.
Then when this one we just found under the bed turn into Malgern?
Well, I don't think this room has the enchantment.
Enchantment.
Why would the... He has his own pup. Why didn't you say the one you picked up under the bed? It's completely...
Yes.
Yeah.
But if the puppets we picked up were based upon who was around it when the enchantment was set off, wouldn't this one have changed because we just opened the door and we entered the area?
But there's probably not an enchantment on this room.
Enchantment.
I hold over the music box. Want to take a risk?
Do it. Do it. Do it.
That's something different. I think that probably has a different enchantment.
I can't tell what school it's from, and the puppets are abjuration.
As Cornelius just doing waving motions.
Cornelius will figure that out shortly.
All right.
Thank you.
5 minutes passes. You set up to identify.
Well, at least the orcs haven't come in the past 5 minutes.
You know, it'd be nice if you didn't interrupt me there, because I was about to say you can hear footsteps in the hallway outside. Now it just looks like Cornelius tempted fate, people. But no, yeah, you can hear them outside, Zarzul. They are walking down the hallway.
I motion everybody to be quiet and lean heavily on the door, holding it into the frame.
Meanwhile, Cornelius, I call upon the great forces from beyond. I have to shout it, otherwise they won't hear and the spell won't work.
Amom Shavite.
I'm gonna break out the ritual if he's saying that someone is coming. I gotta go through with it.
Let's see. You can see the pings, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. It's time for some echolocation, Zarzul.
I'm not stealthy, but I'm also just sitting in place behind a door.
I can be stealthy. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty stealthy.
Let's see these totals. That was Pufflesworth.
Nice.
But he's unconscious, so it doesn't matter.
He's very stealthy and very quiet right now.
Wait, when did he become more unconscious?
Well, you spared the dying, so he hasn't woken up yet. It takes a while. It's been less than an hour.
He was conscious in the meat room.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's very stealthy then. Zarzul, as you press your tiny frame against the door, you know there's an orc right behind it. You've no idea why. It's probably just, the shadow from behind it of the feet. That's probably the clue you got.
Okay.
And then the door... Then you hear the door vibrate quite badly as you hear several loud bangs against it.
I'm gonna try and be part of this door, holding it closed.
Luckily it's jammed in place, so it's not really moving with the bangs.
Does that give me advantage?
No.
I see Zarzul is probably going to struggle with this. I'll move over. And, just put my weight into it.
And there's... As the door pushes forward. Since you guys were pushing it forward against this pushing. And he noticed it moved. There is now... They didn't really think about that, did they?
No, they didn't. And unfortunately, we couldn't talk and warn them.
There is a resounding clang and now a dent, sort of midway of the wall, of a sort of round end. You'd probably the pommel of a great axe.
I'm just gonna take the health potion I have. We got handed out real quick.
Is there any holes in the door? Or...
No, it is a complete. Well, apart from the keyhole, but that does have a little metal flap in it.
Alright, and I'm gonna ready the second I see something come through the door or makes a big enough hole, I want to ray of frost it.
There's another big, heavy bash against the door. The dent is made a little bigger. +2, Cornelius.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I motioned to Zarzul that he might want to step behind me. Like, kind of switch places here. And I'm just going to brace the door as long as I can.
There's another chatter. Well, more sort of a mix of growling and roaring between the orcs.
Everybody speaks Dwarvish, but nobody speaks Orcish. Like, what the fuck?
Malgern, you quickly move your head back as another dent now appears around your head height. Not quite dead center, but pretty close.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a little...
Just let them in. Just back up, let them in.
Alright.
They're coming through. It's not like they're
I'm
gonna
gonna
give
back
up.
up.
Might step aside a bit and then just swing at whoever comes forward, maybe. Oh, actually, that was just kill Ray. Never mind.
No, I'm just gonna back up, unsheath my longsword, get the shield out, and just first thing through that door, get stabbed.
While you're waiting, can you actually do the second wind heal up?
You can do it anytime. It doesn't take combat to do a second wind.
Cat.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be a good time now
Yeah,
to.
but that's. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. But I always forget, yeah, I can do it out of combat. I can do it at any time. I keep thinking, I gotta wait for combat to
As
start.
long as you
No, I
got
don't.
it. A few moments pass. There is no fourth knock on the door.
Mhm.
What is Orcish for? Go get the dynamite.
You can hear them step away.
That's a bad sign.
So what are you guys doing?
That's a good question. I'm gonna thank you for asking it.
I'm gonna step over here, and again, the second that door opens, I'm going to frostbolt.
I'm not sure that door's gonna open. Like,
Ever.
yeah.
Can
I
we
am
even
ready.
open it?
I am ready.
Okay.
What's the chances of? God, there was a shaman among them, wasn't there? I was wondering whether we could tiny hut in here and take a long rest. I know we'll probably come out with orcs around us. In worst case scenario, they'll counterspell.
Well, they can't dispel it. You have to
We'll fight-
counterspell as it being cast.
We will fight them from inside the hut.
Yeah, we might be able to at least hut up.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest if we can hut up, and then just sleep.
Is there even enough room in here for the hut?
Yeah.
We'll probably take up the whole room.
Can you make the hut look like anything?
No. It is normally a dome of color or some sort of distortion, but we just, for flavor-wise, let him have Cornelius' tiny hut where it becomes a shack.
Okay, I was hoping you could make it look like the walls around here, so it may look like a strange corridor here.
Normally, it just looks like a dome of some color.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, but yeah, I could see why we can't do that.
Yeah, because there's a later spell that does that.
Oh.
I mean, if I could I can't remember what it's called, rope trick or rope magic, I could basically just make a hole on top of us. We could just climb up in and let them come into the room.
Yeah, road trip, a fun one.
Yeah.
You hear a number of very hurried steps. Suddenly it stops, and then almost immediately after, there is a big vertical dent in the door now.
Oh.
They're back.
Yep, they wanted to get
And
something
they've
bigger.
got something big.
Well, I mean, you've had them swung at you enough times to recognize that just looks like a great axe.
Okay.
Hmm.
And you hear him get up and start to walk away again.
Ah.
Zarzul gets ready to open the door. As soon as I hear,
I know what he's gonna
coming in-
do.
I've already moved out of the way.
The door's here.
No, the door's here.
No, that's the other door.
Okay.
Yeah, the door's here.
Yeah, the other
Who's on
door.
first?
I'm gonna Looney Tunes this.
Yeah. This is. Hold. Hold.
Oh boy. You can hear the run-up, Zarzul. It's gonna be a strength roll to pull open the door that is jammed.
Okay.
Can I assist Zazu with my magic hand?
Mage hand has 2 strength. It's useless.
Yeah.
It has no physical force.
I'm gonna help him open his door.
Like logistically, there's really not a lot of room to reach.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing is, yeah, even if I wanted to, I don't think. I mean, maybe if he told me,
Okay.
I would have been like, I can do it.
Now my
but-
question is, could 2 mage hands assist? Because that's 4.
For real.
Ready, Zarzul?
Athletics, is it?
Yep.
Come on, buddy, you can do this. It'll be funny.
Wait.
That's not bad for me.
It's not
Yeah,
bad for
but I
you.
have to do something.
It's bad for this door. As you wrench it, it comes out a little bit. But here's the problem. Then the axe comes down. The door swings open on the repaired hinges. Zarzul, dex save.
Oh no.
As a metal door hurtles open. And you manage to just dodge away before it fucking smashes against the wall. And we're left with an orc who has a little bit surprised but seems very pleased with himself until he notices you guys.
Hey, buddy!
Hey, friend.
Somebody grab that orc and pull him in.
Well, wait. My thingy-mabop.
You're what? I'm a what
Ready to
now?
action.
Yeah, my Ray of Frost.
Yeah, we're still going to be rolling initiative because we might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn it. Don't know why that happens.
Because I assume we get a surprise
fuck?
round. Because he's like, what the fuck?
Well, we didn't really pass our stealth. No, yeah, he said he was
I
surprised.
don't think he was expecting the door to open.
Or the
He
people.
was like, yeah, we got in, and then you just see as a party of adventurers.
Either way,
like,
he's not
ready.
going immediately.
Oh, he's fucked.
Oh, yeah, never mind. You go tomorrow. It's like,
He has
still one of my
3
favorite.
seconds. Get on his mute and start bacon.
That's still one of my favorite Acquisitions Incorporated things. Binwin, you go tomorrow. It's like, sad he fell out of the party.
So, you currently have 1 surprised orc. Everyone's gone? Yep. Everyone's got their roll.
Yep.
Zarzul, yep.
I suppose he's also probably slightly frosty at this point.
A little bit. Zarzul.
Okay. This is... I'm not the character to do this, but I'll do it anyway. I'm assuming he's slightly off balance at this point.
Not really. Because what he did happened, you know, he smashed open a door.
Okay. Oh, well, never mind then. I was going to step up and try and pull him into the room and then close the door behind him. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Can I pull him
Yeah, give it a try. It's an
or two?
athletics roll.
Yep. I'm the character to do this. I
Yep.
have a strength of... Oh.
Look, you're just gonna grab him by the knees and pull.
Hey, there's 20 sides to that dice.
You might get a 20.
And he might get something low. See? Look at that. You do.
Yeah.
You get to pull him. Well, he's grappled now. You're able to move half your movement with him now.
Okay. I wanted to sort of drag him further into the room.
Oh, wait a minute.
You can.
You're one size smaller than him.
So disadvantage.
That's what I'm thinking. Is it, or is it 2 sizes? I think it's 2 sizes. We'll go for it. Sargil,
Okay.
you can pull him.
I
No,
sort
you
of
don't have
drag
to
him
roll
sort
anything.
of-
Yeah.
Drag him over here.
Your grapple target must be no more than 1 size larger than you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't impose. Yeah, he should be fine.
As you manage to grab hold of his foot and just pull him in that awkward way he has to keep on hopping.
Yep.
Hello, friend.
Wolfgang.
This
Wolfgang is going to go up and close the door.
That door is part of a wall now. There was almost a kobolds between it and the door.
That also would have been funny.
Okay. Oh, well, we're going to surround this orc. Is there any noise coming from back up the hall?
There was numerous orc voices, yes. But, you know,
Okay.
more in sort of... You're guessing maybe surprised that he actually got through the door.
Just wondering how long before they miss him.
I think they probably got to notice something is wrong once he starts screaming in pain.
Yeah, that was the thought. Do we try and silence him at this point?
If only you had Captain Chloroform.
Wolfgang is trying to intimidate the orc into not actually
I don't think that's going to
into
work.
silence. I know it's probably a charisma roll, which unfortunately is not. No, intimidate strength, isn't it?
He would also have to know what's going on.
No,
and I don't
intimidate
think he's...
is charisma. Also, you now have the noise of a growling wolf.
So yeah, not only did it go through the wall, now you also hear the growling of a wolf.
And despite it being, you know, caught off guard, it's still an orc. An orc doesn't think shit of a wolf.
Orcs ride them.
No, that's goblins. That's how above them orcs are.
Yeah.
They ride aurochs, remember, Zorzul? Remember Malgern?
Okay, yes.
Malgern.
Well, I mean, I know a way to shut him up. Did I click the... I didn't click the right one, did I?
Angry
Just
orc
slash him.
noises of pain.
I don't care. I'm gonna slash him until he shuts up.
Well, you brought him low.
And the second one was a probably a
Complete miss.
but- Yep. Oh no, I haven't brought him low yet. That comes now.
Hmm.
Just gonna shove him to the ground so my companions can beat him mercilessly.
Hmm.
Because that's what heroes do.
12 kicks.
Yeah. It's like he's surrounded by us. I'm gonna try to shove him
Yeah.
prone.
He doesn't actually get disadvantage on this despite being grappled. But he doesn't take that shit.
Ah, son of a
It's
bitch.
it's even more embarrassing because he's still currently hopping because this shitty little kobold's got him by the ankle and
Yeah,
dragging
he's
his heel.
still up somehow, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Currently, the 2 ankle biters just mercilessly try to pull him to the floor.
That's all I got.
Cornelius.
I was really hoping we could just
Yeah.
knock him prone. And, just
And
beat
yeah,
the shit out of
there's
him.
there are sounds of recognition from the orcs outside.
I'll move over here, and then I'm gonna try and frostbite this guy.
As you stand here, you do remember this door here, but had the locks that were only on the inside.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
Carry on.
Wait, were they on the inside where we are, or on the inside?
No,
of
on the inside of a room. There were two big block bars.
Oh, I misinterpreted that. Otherwise, I would have said.
Are you gonna do the heroic let's board up thing?
Well, no, I was just more commenting if I understood that properly. I would have just said we could have hidden that room.
With a flick of a finger, Cornelius, you shower him in frost.
And he has disadvantage on attack.
I don't think that's going to come up.
You say that, but we know how rolls sometimes go.
I can also tell you, Malgern hit him once and he got a red dot on him.
Yeah, that I noticed that. I was like, wait, he already has a red dot. Holy shit!
Because you're not fighting a huge monster, you're fighting, something that's born naturally and just works and lives until they die.
We literally just surrounded him and then kicked him while he was down. Because that's what
Pretty
heroes
much.
do.
That's a hit. And each time you guys have hit him, you have halved his health. He had 24, then he got hit for 12, then he got hit for 6, and now he's been hit for 3.
She didn't ignite the mace? Oh,
That doesn't
no,
matter,
it's
he's not undead.
Yeah.
It only triggers on undead.
Poor work.
So this guy's just getting swatted, although it looks like you're going easy, but also prolonging his torture in a way. Like you're all making sure you get in one blow.
You've selected slow and horrible.
Castalia. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give him a chance. Pufflesworth fails.
I wish he had hit and gotten the victory.
He was close, but he's just not good enough.
Does the cat take a swat at it?
No, it's sleeping.
No necrotic. Sorry.
And horrifically violently, there is... As you all try to stealth him to death, there is the crack of a whip. And he's dead. And as the echoing of a whip crack goes through, shit. Maybe we played that one wrong, huh?
Let's go in here. Oh, damn.
Yes, it's still in the fucking initiative. Get back there, you.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, there's also the other orcs where the other guy get pulled in, then he hears the cut of a sword, some sort of whoosh, crackly sound, then the sound of a fucking mace, and then finally a sharp snap and a screaming stop.
Yeah, in 6 seconds, it was just the sound of the dude who gets pulled into the Jander's claws and gets his shit kicked out of him. However, these are orcs. And as one rounds a corner, he looks familiar. He also looks a lot healthier than he was before. Now, let's see. He's going to move a little bit closer. Because he doesn't want to get surrounded by you like this guy did. Actually, yeah, one more. And he's going to aim for, let's see. Zarzul's a little bit covered by the body. But, yeah, he'll go for Zarzul, actually. Because he remembers you. He remembers all of you. Let's see, where the
An orc never forgets to kill.
As he hurls this at you. 20 hits, yeah?
Yeah.
Take 10 piercing.
Oh, second.
And then he's going to throw one more at you. But it misses. And then he backs up, and you can hear him probably speaking the entire battle plan in Orcish. Before disappearing around the corner completely. Zarzul. You got a dart that felt like it went right through you.
Yep. I'm at least going to get our line of sight. Is there any chance I can just push the door around to sort of close the hole?
Ooh.
Athletics. I just like the fact that Castalia and Malgern are right beside him when this happens. You manage to swing it all the way to the door jamb, but it's just not enough to get it in place.
Okay.
But you've swung it right round. Baby, right round. Like a record, baby.
Right,
Right,
round.
round.
Anything else, Zarzul? That was your action.
I'm going to try and just keep the door closed at this point.
I mean, if you want to crawl away, this door is still open.
Yeah.
I'm very tempted to fall back.
And you've got a dart lodged in your neck, because that can exactly where to throw it to hurt you bad.
Yeah, I'm going to go in here and search for other exits. There might be a secret door out.
You think if you had a
Away,
shovel
away.
and a ladder, you could start digging up. Maybe the surface there will be an escape. Wolfgang, you are completely trapped under the earth. All right, you're out of movement. What are you doing?
Following Zazzle for the moment.
At least protecting him. That's fine. Malgern,
Oh dear.
the door's in the way.
Yeah. And everybody seems to have fucked off. Except for the true heroes.
Hmm.
You know, me, Pufflesworth,
Oh yeah.
and Cascalia.
She's actually gotten quite a few of the big kills, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, she got to kill a tree.
And this door is closed, right?
It's not slammed shut, it's sitting there. You know, it'd be a big push to get it in place. But you could just wrench it open if you wanted.
Alright.
It's basically
Or you
just
could push it
blocking line
shut.
of sight.
I'm gonna ready to toss her. If they pop around there, I'm gonna toss it.
Okay, remember you're in the path of the door.
Did I step back one? Yeah.
As you squelch onto the corpse of the orc.
I don't even notice.
Really sort of digging your heel in just to make sure nothing's going to move underneath you when you throw it.
Yeah, make sure its neck snapped, you know, that sort of thing.
There is some yelling, and it sounds almost like there's a flow to it. Cornelius.
Sounds like there's a flow to it.
There was a flow to what was being said, yeah.
Okay. How high is the ceiling in this room?
Just another 5 foot above you.
Uh,
Well, you know, it's 10 foot tall.
yeah,
This
I'm
one-
not about to.
Hmm?
I'm not about to stick my head outside, so
Be a hero.
I'm just gonna stand here and ready a frostbite for anyone who comes inside.
Of course.
Be the hero. Cornelius. Be the hero you were meant to be.
Rain.
Earring of comprehend language.
Okay. It's not their turn, so you don't hear anything right now.
Yeah, no. And then
Also, it's for reading. Oh no, it was actually for spoken language. That's right. Yeah.
it's for spoken language.
Mm-hmm.
I keep on mistaking for tongues, which is the one which
Why is
lets you
that,
speak it.
Why is that weird noise in some?
What weird noise?
I think it's Ren. You have some sort of weird static in the.
Oh no, I think that was I was putting the drink down.
Okay. So Rain runs to the room with Pufflesworth.
And then I'm going to say, get in here so we can lock the door.
You hear an orcish. They're trying to barricade in. Castalia.
Oh, hey, guess what? They do know common.
Apparently. And I'm the only one that heard that.
Yeah.
There's a table in the room, right?
Yep.
Can I push the table in front of the doorway?
Yeah, it'll be in athletics. That's enough. It's a heavy push, though. You're like in the 6 seconds it's taking place, you're really having to exert yourself here. Shoulders rippling, biceps standing out, thick veins generally everywhere because blood has to be supplied across the entire body to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And you manage to get the table in front. The door itself is not jammed in place or anything, but you got a barricade there. You hope.
Alright. Now I'm gonna move here, so if the door swings open it doesn't hit me. And act as a sentinel so everyone else can get in the room.
As you stand in place, you feel just a few inches away Cornelius' gesturing hands, readying his ray of frost. Alrighty.
Oddly feeling like I'm hover-handing.
Time for the orcs. The door is closed currently, but they're just going to smash through it as best they can. Let's see how they do. 14, but also... actually, no, they don't get the added on that there. Next one's going to have a go. Combined, they do manage to push open the door and skid the table a little bit, but they're not fully in the room yet. Only Malgern would have eyes on them.
Alright. That's the case. At the one in front.
Mm-hmm. As a hit. Nope, no, I don't want that. I want the pointer. Yeah, solid 9 damage. As you just catch him on the jaw. It's a hell of a block of a jaw, but, you know. You see teeth come out.
Good. Good.
And then they move back as best they can. Readying for
Cowards.
their next charge.
Coward!
Then you see through the slightly cracked open door, one orc just fucking wall run and leap over the other two.
What the shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Do.
As he then eyes you severely, and you see another one of those serrated darts. You noticed it as Zarzul ran past you with it in his neck.
It's fine, I better shoot her. It's that compliment.
Oh, that's not gonna hit. That's a hit.
That's a hit. Yeah.
You take 12 piercing damage as it manages to slip through between the cracks in your armor.
Ouch. Ouch.
As he
Yeah, that's why I say barricade ourselves in the room.
As he looks over the door, he backs up. Although this time it's just pushing through the other two as if they're nothing to him. For a moment, Malgern, you think, I kind of like that guy. Because I want to do that to other people, too.
If I kill him, I can absorb his power.
Zarzul. No, that's a different class. I haven't finished it yet.
I think Zazzle's going to stay put in this room for the moment. Let's move back a bit. And ready a shot for any orcs that show in the doorway.
Wolfgang. I will give Wolfgang a special action just this once. You can roll 1d4 as he licks his wounds.
Okay.
Because otherwise he's got nothing else to do.
Yep.
Wolfgang gets 3 hit points back.
Yay. Healthier puppy.
Could he have licked Zazzle's?
No.
Can I lick my beard?
You'll get poisoned with all the shit that's in there.
I was supposed to say, are you gonna get in the door? Thank you.
As he walks through, like, he's probably acting like this is no big deal. I could have taken them, but he's also got a dart hanging out of his chest.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like bleeding profusely, but this is fine. This is
I
fine.
I
showed
chose to
them.
do this. You didn't. It's not because you told me.
Yeah, I sure showed them.
The shaman, meanwhile, let me just double check what he's got. He might have something fun.
Got the tail in my eye.
I mean, he can wall run. What's more fun than that?
That wasn't the shaman.
Fucking hard. Oh, okay.
That was the guy we didn't kill.
You're gonna have to be more specific. There's a lot of those.
The one down here we didn't kill.
No. It's different. There's a couple that you didn't kill, and then there's a whole bunch that you failed to kill. Ray, you over here, I'm just yelling, get in there and fucking kill them.
Rude.
She can hear us.
Crying's a free action, right?
And then you notice that they're no longer talking out loud.
I didn't mean that as actually shouting rude.
Too late.
You gotta specify.
No, that was just me.
No, too late. No. That's completely in character for you. Shut up.
Rage's
No.
just basically going, they're stupid orcs don't understand common. Rude.
No, Rain's not that stupid.
Okay. But he doesn't say anything more than that there. It's just a simple command. Get in there and murder them.
Hi, Cat.
Let's see if I calculate it. Yeah, I can move up here. Can I do like this?
You're not doing anything.
Can you see the measurements?
Nope. Check your pointer to make sure it's visible. There you go. Now I can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you want to do here?
Well, I wanted to walk up there, fire a firebolt into the, and then move to that square.
Yeah, if you've got movement for it, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You can attack any time during your turn, as long as you've got the action for it.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I could actually move that way. That's exactly 30, then I could stand here. Just gonna pop a firebolt into the guy who's standing close. Hopefully.
Yeah, you forgot to do it as an attack.
Yeah, that was because of my spell list. Hang on. Where's my firebolt? There it is. Well, no mind.
There's a miss, though.
Good damage, though.
Yeah. Maybe didn't hit anything. Rain. As you prepare the 7-day siege.
Get in the door.
You realize they're just gonna break it down, don't you?
Yeah, but that can give us some time to it can give us some time. Let's think about it for a second.
Yeah, that's why I put the table.
Because they can understand common, and I don't say that part out loud, but they can understand common, so I switch over to Dwarvish. Because for some reason, I don't think they speak Dwarvish. And I say, if we get in here, then we can prepare a bit, and hopefully I can heal y'all up, because this isn't good.
Stomp the squat bearded bitch. No, they don't understand Dwarven.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I was like, they understand that. Which wouldn't surprise me, because we do fight them a lot.
It sounds like they dislike elves more than they dislike dwarves.
Yeah, there's a reason I didn't speak in Elvish.
I imagine Malgoon would know a little bit of Orcish, enough to hurl insults back and forwards anyway.
Not enough for a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Also, why would you know Orcish? Anyway, Castalia, your turn.
I'm only going in here because otherwise there's no one else to take the blows.
No. Everyone's...
I am
To be
dead
fair,
if I stand
she is
up
the
there.
only one who's not crippled with low health right now.
Yeah. Alright, what am I
And she's a devil with a whip.
Can walk up there, give 2 blasts, and then run inside the room if you want to.
Well, it's more that the fact that, like,
Yeah.
the way people are positioned, I'm not sure I can get in the door, considering that the only square... I don't know, would this be in the room?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Alright, now let me just check one last thing.
Or you could just be the front line and take them all on yourself.
Good
Oh,
luck with that.
Thank God it's somatic only.
She's got 20 AC.
That's more than me.
I will go to the door here, and I will
Before...
cast on the outside of it minor illusion to make it look like the wall, and close it,
Please lock the door.
and then lock it.
Good.
Alright. Let's see Orc's time now. They managed to finally push aside the door and the table. They take a few faltering steps into the room. This one backs up a little bit. You can hear a bit of confusion from Rain, although it's quite muffled by the big metal door in place. But there's generally sort of where to go. It kind of just escaped from here. It's 4 walls. Zarzul.
Zazzle is going to stay in the corner and be quiet.
Also. Well, give me a stealth roll.
Damn, I was hoping you wouldn't ask for that.
You have high dex. What could go wrong? I'm going to need one from Wolfgang as well if he wants to be quiet. And then all eyes turn to the dwarf.
To be fair, I think Gurn's got to succeed his more than Cornelius is going to.
Yep.
You want to swap places, buddy?
But when in a situation like this, you look to the guy who's wearing heavy armor, even if his one is actually enchanted to not impose disadvantage.
Yep.
Malgern, you've been holding it in for a while now, but it's just, you can't keep clenched.
Well, you know, at least we're on the other side of a heavy door, so whatever happens will be muffled.
But we're closed in with the smell.
You're closed in with it. You all take 1 poison damage?
Malgern, it looks like someone just pulled the plug on you as you just slowly lower down as pressure is released.
I don't know if there was a better time for a wand. That was too good.
I wasn't going to see if I could cast guidance on you, but never mind.
The only thing you can pray for is that it wasn't a squeaker.
I'm just gonna kind of muscle my way past Cornelius. Maybe you should go over there.
Blame it on him.
You get behind me. It's safer that way. I'm sure.
Wait.
Just place my
Wait.
foot against his face, not letting me get any
Hold
closer.
it. Alright, give me a deception.
Wizard did it.
Let's see.
Wait, who do you want a deception from?
You.
Me?
Are you going to blame someone, or are you going to just own it?
I don't blame the dog.
You're too proud of it to not claim credits.
It smells like hot, sick, dead ass, and a dead carcass.
It's like a wine cellar was opened to the sun on a summer day.
Wafting, wafting.
There's a very commanding voice yelling out. They didn't dig through. They didn't come through where we aim. They're hiding somewhere. And you're guessing probably the table or one of the desks was just thrown aside there.
Oh. Okay.
Cornelius, as you close your jaw from looking at the dwarf.
Con save.
No, it's never that bad. It's just foul. It's just the fact that as you watched him, he lost about an inch of height as he just relaxed.
Well,
This is how the party dies in a fucking Dutch oven.
well, first of all, yeah, that's not what I figured.
Not great, but, you know, not as bad as it's been.
Because at least you're on the other side of a door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and shuffle over here, a little further away from the dwarf. And then I'm gonna press the data signal around me to clear the air.
That verbal?
Yeah. That's,
I am equally unstealthy.
It is verbal.
Rain has been bubbling in your stomach for a bit, and you can't stop it. It's a belch. You try to sort of crook the mouth to be sort of ladylike about it, but there's this bubbling of crackling bubbles, and it's just a little bit escapes. Pufflesworth looks at you with scorn. Then he hiccups.
Maybe the orcs will just think that something ate us. And wait to eat them.
There's a foul smell. Maybe they died in there already.
Well, either way, I sit here and I wait, and if anything comes to the door, I'm going to Ray of Frost it.
This is only... Incidentally, this is not because they got 1s, it's because they got below 5. Because Vidor was helping. Castalia, as...
Let's see if I can. You know what? Let's go for a triple. Let's go for the hat trick. Okay, no, sorry.
There's an awkward moment where you're just trying to bring your arms down yourself to stop all those little dangling gems and jewels and charms on your outfit jingle against you. So you're kind of walking a little bit rigidly. And of course trying to make sure your tail isn't swiping at anything. And now we have the orcses. You hear axes. Clang. Clang.
Oh, fuck.
As he just keep hitting these walls until we find which one they're hiding behind. Meanwhile, you hear another voice, the one that's familiar to you guys. He's saying you can waste your time with that. Then you hear some of the tiles of the floor getting lifted up. They're scraping. They're under one of these.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay. Can I stealthily cast guidance on the dwarf?
Does guidance have verbal components?
Yes.
No.
Then, yeah.
Because you're beseeching your god, and the god's hard of hearing.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna be sit here quietly.
Wolfgang does the same.
I
Melgern.
need another stealth roll.
No. You guys haven't done anything to ruin your stealth roll, apart from wafting your hand in front of your face for a bit. Wolfgang has put his head on the floor and he's got a paw over his nose.
Melgern, try to stealthify yourself.
Time's up. Let's do this, Malgur.
No.
Wouldn't that be great, though?
I mean,
The pressure's
this
relieved,
moment,
you're feeling more comfortable now, so you just sort of stand there.
it should also be pointed out, is the door locked now that it's closed?
Yeah? Yeah, Castalia
Yeah,
threw the
we don't-
bars in.
Yeah, it's just that we kind of have to wait for them regardless, but we don't know the combination on the lock.
No, it's just 2 big bars.
It's a door bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We just barred the door.
Yeah. Clang. As he just bickers with the other one about he knows what's going on here. One of these walls must be fake. Otherwise, how the fuck could they ever possibly get out? Already in a hole, why would they go further down? Cornelius.
Yeah, nobody's that stupid.
Yeah, just not doing a whole lot here.
Just taking it all in. Take a nice deep breath.
You could always press the shit, a nice smell in the room.
Fresh cut spring flowers strewn across a babbling brook with a hint.
You
of-
could rearrange yourselves if you want. Rain.
Let's try it.
Can't believe the whole session was this hallway and a couple of rooms.
Here we go. There we
And
go.
a lot
Now
of
we're
action
actually
holding,
stealthing the E.
Bellsworth just settles in. Castalia. Just a lot of breathing through your mouth right now.
It's amazing.
No, you didn't need to do an extra stealth roll. Yours was fine.
Still, I'm ready.
Clang. Clang. You hear more of the floor being scraped up. And more violent exchange between the two. One's calling him an idiot, the other one's calling him a goat fucker.
Yeah, that sounds like orcs.
Still, it's going good.
Zarzul. Basically, are the party going to do anything? Any movement? Any actions?
Probably not unless somebody comes up with a good idea. Or an idea.
Yeah, Cornelius doesn't have anything to do with it.
Clang. 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 They're getting frustrated, they're getting annoyed, but it's mainly just the two that are still doing their back and forth. Bush. Bang. Ding. And that gets us to the orc's turn there. Rain, you didn't even need comprehend languages to understand what was being said at this point. This one comes over and just starts to, puts his hand along and says, shimmering is full. It's a fucking door. Nothing to pick. Get your lot, fucking bash it in. So, party.
About how much would you say the door weighs?
It's pretty hefty. Like, it's pretty thick metal, probably about 1.5 inches maybe. Mostly iron, probably mostly pig iron to be fair.
Alright. Do any of our other... Oh god, I have to say this out loud, don't I? Because our party never communicates.
Yeah, you've not assigned hand gestures on the great mysteries of life. You could always just go into the middle and maybe write a bit down. But you'll have to keep the messages short for that amount of time.
Is there dust around Malgurn's feet I can use to write?
Suspiciously, no. It seems like there's a circle where he used to be that's been cleared.
Lift off.
Yeah, there's dust and ash about if you want to grab a handful and sort of doodle it a bit.
Yeah, can I make a doodle that, basically describes thaumaturgy? To see if one of our other twos has it.
I have it.
Hang
I
on.
make a motion that I will unlock the door and that you should use it, and I make a pushing motion. Because
Okay.
thaumaturgy can cause any unlocked door to fly open.
Yep.
Is my logic being
Yeah,
seen here?
no, that's good.
Yeah.
Alright. So you have to go through initiative order.
Yeah, basically. So, let's see. There would have been a few dings on the door with more axes. There's a little bit of whispering, but you can't quite pick up on, Rain.
I switch over to Dwarvish and I tell everybody, ready your action.
Are you going to tell them to press the start button, too?
I am ready to turn the key and apply whip.
Well, no, it's not a key. It's just you're pushing 2 bars out of a way. Still, it's
Yeah.
it's still a single action, so it's fine.
Yeah.
One of them single action revolving doors.
And if you want to do it with Rain, like, who wants to... What's your order of actions here? Because you can hold actions to do it for a trigger of someone else and that sort of thing. So, for example, Castalia could use her action to open the door, and then Rain's held action is the thaumaturgy at open.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
you could have Castalia holding her action that whenever Rain's signals she's ready, she will unlock the door, and then on Rain's turn, it'll get flung open with thaumaturgy.
I think I'll have Mia holding the thaumaturgy until she does the thing.
Okay, so we're going on Castalia's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Now ready my bow to fire at the orcs on the other side.
Yep. And this does not use your whole action to do, it's just your interact
Yeah, I have.
freebie.
Alright, I use my
Yeah.
interact to open the door. Or undo the lock
Yeah,
of the
to
door.
do undo the slats.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna toss it when she opens the thingy. Or when the door opens.
Oh.
I remembered when Zarzul tried to open the door. Close the door.
Yeah, this one fucking takes it. I mean, it's opening with some speed and force, but it's still the force of a cantrip, so it's not too devastating, but he still takes 5, and he is knocked prone.
Nice.
As he's pasted against the wall.
Well, okay. Guy on the ground. I feel very sad for you.
Oh shit.
And he is ripped asunder as Castalia steps forth in swishing silks and just lashes down repeatedly. He seemed half dead by the time she did the first, but then the second came, and then just through just the basic continuing motions of a whip, he is ripped apart.
There's something wrong about
Moving
that.
here.
That's just so wrong.
And the bonus action.
Also, as you step into the room, you not only see the orcs, but also a lot of fucking chunks of a wall is missing.
And I'm going to... Nope, that'll be it.
Along with about 6 or 7 floor tiles. Time for the orc. As he brings his down.
Okay.
Womp, womp, womp,
Yep.
Oh, someone has guidance.
No hit.
Or not guidance, bless.
Less, yep. Also, if you guys are wondering about your held actions, I mean, you've got no line of sight right now.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
the thing. I was hoping they would be like lined up on the door, but yeah, I can't
However-
see anything. So
It's time for this one, and Rain, you get to hear quite clearly a pretty long diatribe about how Castalia is just some red-skinned harlot, and she'll do fine in his hut as a breeder.
Oh!
Yeah, nasty. He still says it with full aggression, though, like he's very angry about it.
Well, didn't he kind of kick his ass earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd still be angry about that.
Oh, he got himself a new scimitar as well.
Yep.
Shouldn't they be on fire?
Does a 19 hit?
Oh, 19 hits exactly.
For 9 slashing.
Wait, I
And
thought you
he's-
had a higher AC than me. We have the same AC.
Oh wait, no, I do. I have 20.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have 20. I was like, a 19 hits me, not you.
Yeah, then both miss.
Wait, let me just regen that.
But he is
Yeah.
going to use his bonus to disengage and step away
What a coward.
as you see him walk out of the door.
Didn't Malgaren have a bit of a line of sight on him?
No.
No.
There's kind of this
No,
wall in the
no,
way
I-
here.
Yeah, I could not see anybody with my tosser.
Yeah, that looks like
This one is arguable.
No, because I'm back in the hallway. I was behind you. I would.
Plus,
Yeah.
plus his
I don't-
trigger
I don't-
was, when the door bursts open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping that somebody would be in line of sight, like, the door.
Zarzul.
Okay. Can I see any orcs at the moment? Probably not. Not even on the corner.
Not really.
No.
Especially with the two party members in the way. Now you
From
can see
there,
that guy.
I can see that one.
Both, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put in a dagger into the one next to. Do I have a short? I've got a sword now. That's right.
Yeah, one you didn't fuck up.
Give me time.
Oh, yeah. That had special abilities and all, too.
Yeah,
One day he'll remember.
but this is the first time I've had a chance to really use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's nearly fucking dead with that strike of a strange wooden sword.
Just sounds like a baseball bat hits them.
Oh no, that's the weird thing. Like, it is sharpened looking, but it is just solid wood, but it fucking carved through him like butter.
Okay. At this point, I'm just going to move on through and prepare to die.
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang can get a new one, don't worry.
Yep. Wolfgang is going to come charging through, and Savage said orc once again.
And as a dead orc.
15?
Yeah, 15 hits.
Okay.
Don't think Wolfgang could have done less than its actual health. Let's take a look here.
2d4 plus 5.
Yeah, his minimum was 7, yeah.
Hey, Melkern, see who's the only orc left in the room.
Yeah.
Your flashbacks start kicking in, Malgern.
I think it's revenge time.
It is indeed revenge time.
Just remember, his turn comes after yours.
Yeah, I know.
But he's a dwarf.
You son of a bitch.
Why are you using Dwarven Tosser?
That's what I had ready.
Ah,
Yeah, it's a hit.
Because
Hang on.
I'd readied the tosser, so I'm going to keep using it. I'm going to whack him again.
Okay,
But before, yeah.
that's a miss.
That's a miss? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, it's tumbling time. I'm angry. It's gonna get mad, gonna get mean, I'm gonna try to push him prone.
He does go down.
Oh,
But,
son of a bitch.
Like
Know
those
your place.
like that catchy song, he gets back up again.
He's tough bumping.
I mean, I knew that, but
Yeah.
I'm just angry.
It's a moral victory, I know.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Well, I think we've seen how this goes each time. Let's just hope. Why is... Oh, there we go. I don't think he can manage it. Nope. You live today, Malgern.
Yeah, because what would the damage have been on that?
Inflict wounds is one of the
I mean-
best.
I mean, shit, I only have 9 HP. I would have gone down.
Yeah, plus he was casting at level 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. It does.
And don't forget he has something extra too. He was able to do that as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. There goes half
You're
my HP.
emptied like a Capri Sun.
Now, you guys haven't fought Sucky Boys yet.
Hit points. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Dangerous. He can only do it once or twice.
God damn it. He literally just puts a straw in you.
Or more. He looks, as you manage to dodge away from his hand, as you see a glow of this horrific green necrotic color. He starts to mouth off at you and... Rain, you fought a lot of the same things about Malgern, to be perfectly honest. But you've never said you will put him in his grave. You thought about it, but you never said it.
I mean,
Cornelius.
She is a cleric of Kelmvor. I mean, she could mean after I die, yes, I will put him in his grave, you know.
Are you gonna go out there? There was that horrible moment where you saw the chamber... There was that horrible moment where you saw the chamber glow of green light for a moment, and you were waiting to hear Malgern fall. But it didn't happen this time.
That's a good thing then.
Because don't forget, this place is pitch black.
Yeah, and I've dark vision.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, if any light happens,
oh, yeah.
you notice it.
Yeah.
Cornelius, you still have dark vision.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. He was just mentioning that it would be noticeable, the green light. Can I hit him, or is Malgern in the way?
You can hit him. Let's see here.
Orcs are tall.
Orcs are tall, and so is Cornelius. He's near 6 foot.
Alright. Time for a scorching ray on this dude. Just
Put him on the
regular.
ground.
I mean, official rules, half the body is obscured. But they're also in 5x5 bits, yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, but I'm spell sniper, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I don't know why you asked.
Well, I wanted to know if he's fully obscured or...
Yeah, Malgern's a dwarf. He's a shorty. He can't block anyone from sight except Zarzul.
I'm 4'4", okay?
He's basically fun
You can
size.
see him.
You're 5'4"? You are huge for a dwarf.
No, I'm 4'4". I said
4'4", okay.
Ooh, nice.
You can see him. Yeah.
All 3 of those hit.
No, if I was 5'4", that's like human height. Shit.
And he's hurt, but he's just sneering at you in response.
He lose
Rain.
bless?
Oh yeah, got a roll for it there, but... Rain, you hear a bit of a tirade about how all will eventually meet the embrace of death and wilt and rot.
It's okay, he's wounded. I smell blood. Malgern is circling.
Okay, he's passed his first one. And his second.
Fucking hell.
Fails on the third, though.
Oh, thank God. I was gonna say, for fuck's sake.
What is he checking for?
Concentration.
Keep bless up.
Yeah, it's a...
Anything else, Cornelius?
Nope.
He had bless on.
Oh, okay.
Rain.
Cause he's a magical shaman man.
Well, this guy's always been a shaman token.
He's a magical pony flying through the sky.
Magical and shaman Amalon.
I was an orc the whole time. Actually, I was a forest fire. Actually, I was...
You don't have spell sniper, and you're weaving this through quite a few people.
Yeah,
That misses.
You got any more of those heal spells? Maybe?
I only have one! That's why I said we should have rested.
Oh yeah, yeah. God forbid. You
She runs away saying, I only have one, and then touches herself with Cure Wounds. I got none now.
No,
You
no,
notice
Pufflesworth
her
still
run
has.
back in the direction of the
No,
owlbear.
Pufflesworth still has not full HP.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
red dot. This is very dangerous.
Trust me, if anybody hits the ground, that's when I use my one remaining spell. But other than that, I'm keeping that bad boy.
What about these orcs? They hit the ground ages ago.
Unlikely.
Not them. I don't give a fuck about them.
Racist.
Necromancy, bitch.
Howdy, friend.
That's a hit.
That's not.
That is not. But it's still a really fucking great hit. And now
That'll
he
be
is
quicker.
bleeding quite badly. Yeah.
That's it.
Alrighty. Regular orcs are gone. But from the darkness.
Comes the ninja.
In fact, he was actually hiding. So,
Goodbye, Ducky.
15 slashing on Wolfgang.
Oh no.
Yeah, I might have to use my one spell.
He only takes 25 gold to bring back. It's fine. You
spare
can
the
buy another
dying.
dog. You can get one
Oh,
for
I wasn't
free.
gonna
Just
use
grab a
that
stray.
spell.
Look, you can spare the dying and you can set up a hut and then take a nap. He'll be fine.
Is Wolfgang still up?
Wolfgang is still up.
It's fine. We wasted a resurrection on him. He's like, no, we just needed 5 gold. We gotta get another one.
Yes, afterwards.
He was trying to. Just normal roll this time, but a 20 still hits.
Yeah.
Just 8 slashing this time.
Wolfgang stands defiant.
Disengage, and he backs away. Zarzul.
Yep.
Oh, actually, you did hear one thing as he looked across you all. I want my gem back. Now it's Zarzul's turn.
Okay. Can I get an arrow into him from here?
Yes.
Actually, no, I'm going to leave it to Malgern. I'm going to move to the wall behind Malgern and aim my bow at the doorway, waiting.
Okay.
Yeah. I put an arrow in that thing, orc when he comes back in.
Wolfgang.
Going to slink away.
Malgern.
3 HP is still more than enough to stand up, but not a lot.
I smell blood.
You are bleeding quite heavily.
It's pretty much all zone, yeah. It's a good strong
Should
hit.
that be a crit?
No, it's a 17.
Yeah, it's a 17.
Ah,
but yeah.
I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know I set it up right.
He still stands. That one misses.
Yeah.
Dang it.
And because I know he's just gonna get back up, I'm not gonna do anything there. I'll
Okay.
pull the bonus action.
Rain, you hear him praising all various things on how civilized man will turn to the wild and be nothing but a weak prey creature for the truly strong.
Oh, counterspell.
Well, it didn't matter. It missed anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Immediately, Cornelius hears this.
But
he's like,
you do use your counterspell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny. That's just funny. You're literally the blue deck of this game.
As the spell fades and he's standing there surrounded by you all bleeding, he just rears his head back and starts to praise, Mighty Baphomet. May he run wild in the fields and the plains before he comes back to this land to crush all beneath his own hooves. Cornelius.
Okay, just gonna move up here for the easier shot at him. I'm just gonna firebolt him. God damn it, the wrong page again.
Brrr.
No, never mind.
Never mind.
And look how much it always rolls that damage as well when I miss.
That's why you gotta get that toggle on so you stop wasting those
Hello?
rolls.
Loop.
I'll be right back. Gotta go to the bathroom.
We will try to loop.
What did you do?
It's just a hit.
Woohoo!
Not dead. But very close. And you hit a +4 in his AC from all the many people in the way. Castalia, who gets to kill Steel.
Let's see if I do. Yep.
Yep. Pitiful amount of crit damage, but yeah, you lash out with a whip again, you carve across his tusk, one of them snaps off, and then the head just slowly rolls back, disconnected from the jaw upwards.
Right. And now I move Pier.
Okay. Once again, he peers round.
Activated Zarzul's trap card.
I was waiting to see if he was going to speak up about it. That is a hit. But he chooses to uncannily dodge some of it. And now he strikes out at you, Castalia. And just normal. "23 hits.
Yep.
For 12 slashing.
Hey there, buddy. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
You should have enough dex to get. Yeah.
It does, actually, yeah. So that is altogether 9 damage.
Fire damage.
Then he disengages.
Oh,
Yeah, what?
and can he dodge? Must be a reaction then.
Yeah. Zarzul.
Going to move to this corner here and once again cover the doorway.
Okay.
He's going to keep on popping his head in. I'm going to try and keep on putting arrows in it.
Wolfgang.
Lick wounds.
No, it only happened once.
Okay.
Malgern.
Oh, okay. He's dead.
Welcome back to the fight. Yes, Castalia killed him.
Yeah. I thought there was another person before me. Let's see. Well, they're gonna come from over here. So. I'm gonna hold the tosser until I see something.
Oh, well, you would have at that point.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, okay. 10, 15, 20. Yeah, perfect. 20. That's what I want to see. Now it's big money.
That's a hit. Yeah, he's going to dodge that one as well.
Go on,
Because
Malgern.
his turn has come past, so he gets his reaction back.
Go on,
No,
Malgern.
no. It's not going to happen. Ah, son of a bitch.
That one hits.
Movement to get up next to him.
Oh, it does. Oh,
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
I figured a 15 wouldn't hit.
Show him that strength beats dex.
He's pretty
Yeah, they
heavily
had an
harmed.
action surge.
You don't have action.
He's used.
Hmm?
Yeah. I was just wondering whether you want to get up next to him, so you have to bonus to disengage or not.
I came back just in time.
You know, he's actually bleeding, so I will use the rest of my movement. I'm gonna get up in his face, and that's my turn.
Okay. Cornelius.
I don't know what happened during the time I went back here, since I see now one of them is dead and the other guy is bleeding, but...
Well, there you go. You're
Yeah,
caught up.
Yeah, Castalia killed the guy, and then I hit the other guy with a tosser and got in his face.
Yeah.
Well,
The
welcome
sneaky
back.
one, the dexterous one, is still alive.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and hit him with... Firebolt.
That's a hit.
Finally hit.
And you just... Like in Dread, because it was a great kill, the firebolt goes through his open, roaring mouth, and you just see his whole head burst into flames from the inside outwards.
And I'm just putting my shield up to cover myself. I was like, please don't splatter onto me.
And he falls down dead. We're out of
I didn't
initiative.
think you had your shield out.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he's always got a shield.
I didn't have my longsword out. I readied the tosser.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been using the tosser for this whole fight. But now I can use my shield too.
Well, alright, that was fun and exciting. I'm gonna look through your pocket.
Get away, you scaly little shit! I gotta go.
Did anybody else expect any less?
He's still warm. Quickly, I must check his pockets.
Middle of a battle, more pockets.
No, it wasn't even that. That's the thing. That was during a fucking artillery barrage. That's when that
Yeah,
happened.
the point is,
that
yeah,
was artillery
there was
barrage.
shit going down. It's just more pockets.
However, we're going to leave off on this tonight because we're already about 15 minutes over. Well, sort of. I'm actually round about even. We're 3 hours and 1 minute.
Oh, there you go.
But we're going to hold off on whatever you may find in his pockets, of which he probably has none. But that'll be it for Rescue at Raxis. The party barely fucking survived.
I'm surprised I'm still above.
Except for
still
Castalia, who is fine and daisical and has no problems whatsoever.
I'm just a little hurt. The nap we're about to take will fix that.
Everybody else fucking red dots, great.
Which just goes to show, if you're wearing armor that basically covers nothing, you will survive better.
Remember, kids, 20 AC. It saves lives.
Yep.
Yeah.
Malgern would have it too, if you'd remembered about the plate armor you have back at home.
Yeah, but you need to refit it first.
Yeah,
And I
well, you
thought
had a
we
blacksmith.
went over that, and I thought
Yeah,
I
you
had.
have a blacksmith.
That's true. Yes.
Everyone alright for next week, yeah?
Yeah,
Yep.
I should
Should
do
be.
more.
What, no surprise engagements or anything? No big social gatherings?
My state.
But the quarantine?
Yeah, my state has gone into quarantine. Stay
I was
home,
gonna say, I
stay
think
safe, so I'm out
we're
of
probably
work
gonna
all
go to
next
the bakery again, but
Well, there we go then. So yeah, we'll be back next week, or maybe even earlier, perhaps with another boar side. Because there's still those chuckle fucks in the forest.
I have Wednesdays off. Just saying.
Yeah. So yeah, so we'll be back possibly Wednesday. Maybe not. But we'll definitely be back on Saturday with more Rescue at Raxis.